Hello everyone, Tactical Lich here. Welcome back to another Total Warhammer multiplayer live stream. Today we have another Faction Wars. It's been quite a while. It's been 2 weeks since we last had a Faction Wars. Last time we had a pretty dragged out tournament with a very strong kite build. So let's see if we're gonna run into the same thing this time. Hopefully we don't. But yeah, anyways, it's been a while, and I am today playing as the Greenskins. No idea how to play this faction because I haven't played this since like what? I literally haven't played Greenskins for months. Last time I played it, it still only had one single goblin unit, regular goblin, not night goblins. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's try this and this. Do I really want to go meta here? Maybe not. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do that and see what happens. Oh wait, no. I don't want a night gobble war boss just for the fermented fungi. I don't need spinning loons. I just want tormentor sword. And then let me not bring Mytha because it's do we want gobble themed army? Might as well just be that, actually. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's been a while. Last time when I played Greenskins, they don't have spears. Now they do, and giving them a decent line of infantry backbone, kind of. But yeah, let's see how they perform here. I'm just gonna send some stuff here guarding our backline. Ooh, Doom Diver catapults. Let's just bring a few of them, indeed, and then. I don't know what to use as frontline, maybe? Oh yeah, let's just spam spears. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be Gucci. Yeah, it's fine. Let's see what happens here. Let's not keep our opponents waiting for too long. But then again, I need to figure out my options here. Sneaky stabbing. Yeah, let's just do that. I need something to kill infantry. Yeah, let's just get some regular orc boys and be done, maybe. Okay, loonies, and then a bunch of regular orc boys to hold the line. A couple orc biggins. Actually, no, I need something to stop enemy cavalry, so boar biggins, a few of them. And then just get like a couple biggins, and then what else? Right, I need to spend my money. Turn off life leeching. We should keep these on, and then one of jet. Let me just not bring this, and then we have a bit more money. Yay! More funds, which we don't really have much to spend on, really. Doom Diver catapults are expensive, so let us not bring too many of them. Another boar biggins, and then we're out of money again. Should I just bring a couple spears? Maybe, maybe not. 450 gold for one. Damn, they're expensive. Alright, fuck. I'll just remove 8 pig wounds and just bring another unit. And then I need something a little bit more stuff. Oh, hello, Captain Tillis and Michi. I hope Captain Tillis isn't looking at my stream now, because I am absolutely vulnerable to stream sniping. I don't think he would do that. I'm just gonna do that. They need stabbing. Do they need stabbing? They definitely need some stabbing. Wolf, and then we still have some money left. Do we? Maybe we should get something more. Let's just do that. Okay, cool. We go. Alright, mostly just a gobble character core and a bunch of orc boys, some of them boar biggins, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. I didn't bring any of the spear orc boys just because I think I still need something to cut through the enemy skeleton chaff. So I don't really want my front line to be anti-large, but I do have. Oh shit! I need to advertise my stream. Okay, over different places. I should do that. Yeah. Alright, let's just trying to find my live stream. But yeah, it's been a very hectic week over the past week. I was traveling and wasn't really able to check out games and whatnot. Like literally as I was heading out of my house, no, not really heading out of my house, but basically I was on the road, and CA decided to drop the 5.2 patch release and releasing 2 new units onto the greenskin rosters, and I was like, dude, I'm traveling. How am I supposed to make anything out of this? But yeah, finally we get to get out to try out these new anti-large gobbles, although their character art is still the same. These are just regular anti-large gobbles, and yeah, maybe they will hold the line a bit better against enemy cavalry and stuff. I mean, they're just like, they're basically Clan Red's level of incompetence, so yeah, I don't expect much from them, but I just hope them to protect my backline against light cavalry a little bit better, so to speak. Oh, I also have a really cheap infantry corps, and yeah, I think Archon the black spamming village would be the end of me, but yes, let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna do some greenskin box, which is kind of weird when you think about it. Looks like our opponent is ready. I am not ready, so let me just. It's weird because for some reason. Goblin, oh, these are Goblin, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say Goblin Big Boss doesn't have Squig Mounds when Night Gobble Big Boss have, but then again, one is a Night Gobble, the other is not, so there is that. Anyways, let's see, let me just group up some of my stuff here, and get our units ready. Alright. Let's just get our battle started. Okay, what are we dealing with here? Where's the white line? Okay, it's far enough. I guess we can just shift around a bit. And yeah, we have to. It's Katem on a chariot. I don't think I've ever seen the guy on chariot. It's always Katem and DJ Booth. Chariot is usually more of a Cetra thing. Oh, okay. Actually, they're advancing quite fast. We might wanna stand and fight now. Yeah, we might wanna stand and fight now. Okay, let's just start shooting. And alright, let's just push out some of our Orc Boys to screen out enemy archers. Orc Boys can take shots, our Doom Diver count. So, I didn't bring any archers, which is kind of a mistake. Oh no, Orc Boys, no. Yeah, it's kind of a mistake here, unfortunately. Wait, are you shooting? Are you supposed to shoot? Yeah. Our boys doesn't have the most armor, especially these big guns doesn't have shield, so yeah, they're taking a ton of damage, and I'm just hoping the Doom Divers can start sniping out stuff. Okay. Wait, aren't they supposed to be aiming different stuff? Huh. Weird. Oh shit, I am doing a bit of white line camp. Oh. Let's move up our units a bit. I forgot the white line behind us. I was checking out the white line from the side. Yeah, feel free to come and flank me, bro. Let's just make white line camping not too obvious here. Alright, let's just go in and see if we can. Alright, cool. We can go in with some stuff here. Alright, let's persuade them to fall back and send out our units over. Oh man, haven't played for a couple of weeks and I'm kind of fucked. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah. Let's just hold some of our forces behind here. Alright, pull out those Warboy Biggins, and then we can maybe throw in some other stuff. Ooh. Katap, why are you here? I do need to lock them down at some point. Okay.
Let's get stabby.
You get back online. They're still stuck over there. Couple characters, damn it. Man, my micro is shit right now. I'm totally gonna blame it on me not being familiar with greenskins. It's not because my micro is bad, it's just that I'm not familiar with the faction. Don't worry about it. Yeah. This guy is still stuck. My god, it's horrible. Can we snipe out Arcan? Oh no, I mean Haruhin Kata. There's so much stuff piling in. Our boys are overall kind of winning the infantry fight, though the characters are a bit in. Get out of there, please. Alright, cool. Whatever. Oh, everything's running, which is not great. Somehow we're still managing to slowly kill off Katap, which is weird as hell when you think about it. Alright, cool. This guy has to get out of there. Alright, cool. We can go and hunt him down. We don't have another. Alright, cool. Let's just jump onto that and then fall back with the rest of our stuff. Ooh, I don't have anything to kill the... I don't have anything to kill the damn Kepra guard. What am I supposed to do with those guys? I can't think about anything. Alright, let's just start another war. Alright, let's see if we can just kill Katap over there. He is crumbling away, so another shot. Yeah, he's dead. Nice. There's a bunch of crumbling happening, which is nice for me. We gotta fall back with some of the stuff here. Anyways, I think I'm good in terms of let's just slow down everything and preventing them from moving into any interesting fights. Let's slow them down and then start picking off elements of the Greenskin army. I mean the Tomb King's army. We can rest a bit with some of our units and let the others just keep fighting. Alright, cool. We can go and fight these. Pull back again. Some of our Orc Boy Biggins are... Wait, where's everyone? These guys want to pull back a bit. Charge again. Alright, cool. Let's see if we can just charge them. Let's just circle around with some of our boys and see if we can finish the Kepra guard at least. I don't think we have any advantage here, but yeah, we just have to try, unfortunately. We are on a pretty big disadvantage here. Our artillery is down, our characters are kind of shit, and yeah. Night Goblins can keep moving over. Oh boys, I'll have to rely on you all. And yeah, our orc boys are just taking more and more damage. They are not too tanky, unfortunately.
Running!
And I don't have any good idea to kill off these characters here, unfortunately.
Go could fix it. Get a killer! I'm ready! Running! Orcs win! What now? Stabbing time!
Wait, why is he? Oh, it's Scorpio Fix is slowing him down, not actually. Alright, cool.
Shifting it!
Not cool, actually.
You're the bigger boss!
Ooh, the Tomb Guards are holding up strong. Holy shit. While my stuff is just crumbling all over the place.
Get a kill on! I'll kill the lot of them!
Right.
Alright! Alright! I'm the boss! Running!
Alright, time to run.
Time to get
They're getting out.
nasty. Do it
They're getting
right.
those Shopty Summon. Get out of there! Night Gobs! Night Boss! Night Gobs? Night Boss?
Night Goblin War Boss!
No! Oh, god damn it.
Shifting it!
Yeah. I played horribly. Oh no.
Right then!
I was supposed to like play some games before I go on a holiday. Not holiday, to go on my travels to practice and whatnot, but yeah. This is embarrassing. Oh. Like, especially I defended my army like shit. Unfortunately, like there's no coherence in my formation, and then the Tomb Kings were able to crush my front line pretty badly. Although, how the fuck am I ahead on? Oh yeah, I was like, how the fuck am I ahead on damage value? It's probably the Tomb King's healing came down pretty damn clutch. All right. GG to my opponent, Captain Tillis here. Very well played. Yeah. Very nicely played by Captain Tillis, winning out the fight with a Tomb King melee rush. Seems like Ushapti have been doing their job crushing my front line here, while the Doom Diver Catapults were doing jack shit. Orc Boy Biggins, as usual, a pretty good anti-large armor piercing calf, and the Orc Boys did okay. Gobbles did alright. Did alright. Some of them, yeah, I think they did fine actually, given their cheap cost. And yeah, very nicely played by my opponent. And yeah, I need to figure out this matchup a bit more. I have, not gonna lie, I have not played Greenskins for so long. Oof. Hold on. Let me refresh. Why is Lich tryharding? That's the most basic as. Goblin. Yeah, I did go Goblin. Caster. Wait, Mass Infantry is meta against Tomb Kings. Oh look, I haven't played Greenskins for literally months. I don't remember when I last played Greenskins, so. I absolutely have no idea what Greenskin meta is. I'm sorry, but yeah, Orc Boy Begins is pretty meta, but I don't think the rest is that meta. Night Goblin Shaman, and I think that's all right, since I didn't win in the end. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah. Let me just check out. Actually, Captain Tillis, if you're still watching my stream, can you set up a spectator slot on your lobby? I'm just gonna join you and see who you are playing against, actually, and then do some live casting if I can get to do it. Alright, oh, Captain Tillis going against Scarbrand. Tomb Kings versus Korn. I would love to see that, but alright, let me just quickly check. Give me a second. I'm just doing some quick tournament admin. Alright, cool. Let me just mark unread. Okay, cool. Got a bunch of replays. So even if we don't have any live session going right now, I can just cast replays really. Okay, cool. Seems like Scarbranjan has added a spec slot, so we can probably just gonna jump in and start watching Screen Blocker on. Yeah, cool. Spectate. I think that's the right code. Yeah. Okay, cool. We are now waiting for Scarbranjan to maybe use Scarbran. Who knows? Like I swear, 90% of the game I watch Scarbranjan playing, well, he doesn't use Scarbran. Maybe this time we'll see a Scarbran. God freaking knows. Captain Tillis will continue using Tomb King. And maybe we'll see another interesting army. But yeah. Theoretically, this tournament is still hopefully an off-meta for fun tournament, but yeah, let's hope we don't have to warn anyone about sweaty micro or sweaty builds. We shall see. I'm just hoping to have a more casual game here, but yeah, we shall see. Scarbran the Exiled going with Scarbran the Exiled. This time against Captain Tillis, Setrat, and Perishable. Two mighty melee lords. Let's see what happens here. Also, well, after all, Setrat is still a caster. And he's probably going to be spamming, I believe, would be Naru's Incantation of Protection and the Cursed Blade. Jaf's Incantation of Cursed Blade, possibly. But yeah, we shall see what happens here. Let's check out the army builds on both sides. On one end, a little bit of a single entity spam from Scarbran here. +2 Corn Bulls. A front line of Marauder of Corn with dual weapons. And then we have Scarbran, Bloodbird Behemoth, and in the skies, the Corn's Bloody Fist Regiment of Renowned Bloodthirster. The special ability is damage resistance with large enemy presence in ability range. So against Tomb Kings, this is pretty much guaranteed to activate due to nearby monster or cavalry faction. Can Corn do sweaty? I think every faction has kind of a sweaty build. I mean, with a single entity spam, maybe not. I don't think I've ever seen Corn's Bloody Fist being effective in the fight, but against Tomb Kings, they might have trouble taking down these giant monsters of single entity with only 2 Tomb Prints and Cetra. Cetra is on horseback, so he does have anti-large. The problem is he doesn't have access to active healing, unlike other undead factions, so he can get sniped out pretty fast if he got unlucky there. Of course, if he still have the support of a bunch of, say, Tomb Guards and Skeleton Spears, maybe it will be different, but it's hard to tell. Looks like Scarbran is ready, and we're just waiting for Captain Tillis and his Tomb King's army to ready for us as well, and then we should be good to go. And yeah. Let's give them a few seconds there. All right. Yeah, we're still waiting. All right. Looks like the battle has begun, and the Corn army is just rushing forward. Tomb Kings might just sit back and start peppering with the scatter shot of the Chosen of the Gods. That would be very neat to start doing damage, particularly probably against Skarbrand, since Skarbrand has a massive hitbox, and those scatter shots can still reliably hit even if they're aiming at a large target like Skarbrand. But yeah. Also, Skarbrand doesn't have any healing, so any shots landed on him will be doing some nice permanent damage. Otherwise, there are not a lot of good ways to kill Skarbrand. Now, Sepulchral Stalkers would be nice. Actually, I forgot to go through army builds, actually. Nekara Warriors in the front line, and then a Kepler Guard in the second line. Skeleton Spears, more Skeleton Spears guarding. 2 Sepulchral Stalkers, Double Prince, and etc. the Imperishable for the Tomb King's army on the other side. We have gone through a Corn army. I didn't do the... just didn't do the Tomb King's one. Yeah, the dual weapon Marauders will be plowing through the Nekara Warriors just fine. However, Skarbrand is just diving into the back line here. Start chopping down those Sepulchral Stalkers, luring in Skeleton Spears as well, just forcing a blob engagement with the Tomb King's army. A lot of investment has been dumped into this little blob of a fight. Skarbrand taking a lot of damage since the double Tomb Prince and etc. the Imperishable himself is here. I can't see shit. Yeah, I can't see shit. It's just a blob fight now. It's literally everything is coming down to this one single engagement here. Skarbrand taking a ton of damage, but he's also slicing and dicing one of the Tomb Prince. But the problem is that Cetra is still relatively healthy. Curse of Jaff and a bunch of abilities and items are just going in this area. Cetra using his weapon there, applying that blinded debuff to nearby units, also doing some really nice stuff to Skarbrand. Skarbrand getting hit by the Blade of Satep, which is the unique item of the Tomb Prince, ripping away his physical resistance and reducing his armor, and Skarbrand is going down. Though Cetra, he himself is getting hit by Korn's bloody fist. A bunch of Skeleton Spears are trying to bail him out, and Cetra is pulling away. As for the rest of the battlefield, Nekara Warriors actually beat up the dual weapon Marauders of Korn, and Korn is in a pretty tough spot with only these 2 single entities remain. Jaff's Incantation of Curse Blade providing additional anti-large to the no, just base weapon damage, since the Sepulchral Stalkers have anti-large. Not that they have much HP and models left to do the damage, but damage is still damage, and yes, it seems like the Tomb Kings have stabilized the blob fight, losing one of the Tomb Prince, but Cetra also taking a heavy beating in the process, but the single entity push has largely failed due to the superior melee power of Cetra and his 2 Tomb Princes, sniping out Skarbrand early, and that is it for this game. Tomb Kings once again advancing towards the next stage, and Skarbrand, despite using Skarbrand this time, still unfortunately has lost its fight. Yeah, it's a YOLO single entity rush. Oh boy. Alright, now, yeah. Anyways, that is it for this battle. Sorry, I was just doing some tournament and replying some messages. Now, I need to turn the fan in room. Sorry about a bit of that fan noise. It's getting a bit warm. And then, yeah, Captain Tillis advances once again to the next stage. I'm gonna put up the screen blocker once again. Yeah. We do have a lot of replays coming in, but I do want to see if we can cast more stuff. Today, too long did read Tomb Kings as support and Korn did not. Once single entities are forced to sit in all anti-large infantry. Yeah, pretty much what happened there. Unfortunately, Scarbrand kind of just YOLO'd his single entities like way deep into the back line with nothing to keep them supported. So the single entities just got sniped without much to save them. Hello, Knighthood. Welcome back. Alright, let's see. Who's next to fight Captain Tillis? We are gonna be chilling here for a bit, I think. Ooh, Calamity. Alright, Race isn't showing up. Okay, never mind. You can. See, feel free to just report yourself as a win. Alright, actually. Okay. Alrighty. Anyways. I'm back from tournament admin. Now let's just, yeah, we have Blocker up. So it is Vampire Coast versus Tomb Kings. Two undead factions facing off each other. Let's see what happens next. I don't think I've seen this matchup much. Usually I think it's the Carronades having a bit more of an advantage here. Due to them being able to snap out Tomb King's constructs, but let's see, perhaps a mass archer line can counter them. We shall see. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the meta here either, because I haven't played either of these factions much. I just mostly watch them being played. But yeah, let's see what happens here. And Corn do sweaty. Corn can definitely do sweaty. Especially against certain factions. Like Bloodbrute Behemoth is definitely one annoying thing to deal with if you're not your faction don't have the right tools to handle single entities that can self-heal. Yeah. This is the one matchup where you can see Tomb Kings taking archers and VP possibly doing rush. We shall see what happens here. This would be an interesting fight to say the least. Oh shit, I forgot to send Calamity a memo. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Done. Alright, cool. Let's see if how both players will proceed with this matchup. I feel like archer line would be very useful in this matchup, of course. But maybe perhaps we'll see some monsters and Captain Tillus would just be trolling a bit. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Bombers mobs would definitely be useful in clearing out the tomb. So that is something we can expect. But at the same time, Tomb King's archers will be threatening bombers. So we might just see some bats. Yeah, fell bats to disrupt the archer line while the rest of the Tomb King getting bombed by grenades, by hand grenades. I don't think we'll see crabs today. I'm not sure what actually Calamity is bringing, but I don't think we're gonna see crabs here because Tomb Kings are not necessarily weak against crabs, especially stuff like sepulchral stalkers can eat blast those use those laser venom thingy to blast crabs a new one. Yeah, I'm just a bit sad that my greenskin run is so short and I can't really experience the differences between regular gobbles and spear gobbles and regular orc boys versus spear orc boys. Yeah, but I feel like spears, some players might think that it's kind of ruining the greenskins theme about not having any spears and just going all in with their choppers. But do remember that greenskins have stabbers, so they do poke people with pointy sticks. On the tabletop, so adding speed is still, I think, it's still thematic. Because, like, say, Ravens, they also have anti-large rats, but honestly, their anti-large rats doesn't really make that much of a difference. They're just being used as like unit variations to fluff it up. Oh boy, we have a spicy vampire ghost build here. All right. Let's see what happens. Okay. Calamity definitely memeing here. Alright, we are seeing a meme build from Calamity. We're just waiting to load in. That's the problem. We have a lot of sirens. This is a spooky army. They're facing off a ton of archers, which might be a problem though. Oh shit, I probably... Wait, do you... I might need to drop a memo to Captain Tillus as well. This is a bit awkward of a situation. Yeah. Anyways. It's too late to think about it now. Let's just roll with it. We have on Calamity side a bunch of handgun mobs. Handgun? These are handguns, right? Yeah, firearm moving handguns. Front line of regular zombies, a bunch of animated hulks, and a lot of spooky sirens. And then one single Lamprey's Revenge, Count Noxilus, plus yeah, just Count Noctilus leading the army. Animated Hulks providing a bit more mass, while on the other side we have the Tomb King's army, Kepler Guard on the front line. Tomb Guards, oh boy, that's quite an elite defensive force, and a ton of archers. Oh, it's definitely not Conquest, mate. I haven't received any news about CA fixing the Conquest mode capture ticket problem, so I just assume it's still there and I don't want to deal with that. Conquest mode is definitely good and all, but it still has its own problems, so which is why I am not doing it yet. On the other side, we have a ton of archers. Yeah, just a lot of archers. That's gonna be a lot of DPS. But yeah, let's see if Calamity can break through those infantry line. Yeah, can break through those infantry line with the animated hulks. A bunch of archer fire ready to just rain down. Tomb Guards with halberds and more skeleton spears at the back there. A single sepulchral stalker and Cetra the Imperishable leading the army with the usual spells. Osirian's incantation of vengeance and Jaff's incantation of curse blade. Oh no, the incantation of vengeance is gonna do a lot of damage against the sirens. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Both armies are probably ready, and we shall. All right, cool. Let's see what happens. Alright, both armies are starting up. The Vampire Coats are going in a melee rush, as they do not have much long-range firepower, but hopefully they can break through those. I'm not actually sure if they can break through those infantry defenses fast enough, but they do have a bit of a speed advantage to sneak through the gaps of these Tomb Guards, and the Kepler Guard would be a main concern though, since they do have magic anti-infantry damage and can be very lethal against the sirens. Archer fire are raining down on the zombie pirate deckhand mobs. So here comes a bit of a rape storm to bombard the archer line and start whittling them down a bit, and it is nuking half a unit of Blessed Legion of Kath. We're not pronouncing it properly since well. It is the cursed Blessed Legion. Anyways, on the flanks there, units are engaging. Zombies are being dumped onto the back line, disrupting some of the archer. Animated Hulks, unfortunately, being the prime target of archer rain of archer fire and are taking some noticeable damage, but the rush is on. Malkov's Mystifying Miasma and Zombie Chaff are pushing in. The zombie summons are pushing in to silence those archers, while the rest of the Vampire Coast units are closing in as well. Ooh. And Count Noctilus versus Cetra duel might be interesting, but right now, Calamity will be focusing more on focusing down on those enemy archer line. But yeah, Tomb Gods at the back line are coming in to intercept, just to silence those archer. But what the fuck just happened there? Something just happened and just nuked away half a unit of the skeleton archers. Oh, yeah, wait. There's no pendulum. What? Anyways, this unit of skeleton archers is about to be dead, and the rest of the Vampire Coast rush are on its way. Just compromising the back line there. Some of the sirens even trying to get on top of the sepulchral stalkers to use their AP damage to their advantage there. The Syrian's incantation of vengeance is doing damage to sirens since it bypasses their physical resistance, directly damaging their relatively low hit points. But things seems to be going quite even so far. The only issue is that the Vampire Coast rush might lose steam at some point. Still, the melee is still going on right here. Sirens catching on to the sepulchral stalkers, trying to drag them down with a little bit of a melee debuff as well. Sirens now trying to push for the back line and hunt down the skeleton archers. The rest of... Ooh. Yeah, Sirens they're just pushing into the back line here. While the Lamprey's Revenge protecting Count Noctilus, actually surrounding Cetra. If they can pin down Cetra, this might be huge, but right now the Tomb Gods might be a bit of an issue for the Vampire Coast to deal with. And yeah, more zombies are piling into the front line, trying to deal with, provide support to the rest of the army as much as possible. But the Kepler Guard is a bit of a pain to deal with. And yeah, at the back there, Skeleton Archer is being drained away by Melkov's Mystifying Miasma. Count Noctilus have Zombie Summon and Malkov's and Wind of Death. I missed out the Wind of Death. Damn it. That's explained why in the how the Skeleton Archers got nuked so fast by a spell. Okay. Always read the spell descriptions, guys. But yeah, it seems like the Tomb Kings are slightly losing, are gaining a bit of an upper hand as their more solid back line of an infantry backbone are holding pretty fine against enemy monsters, and even the Sirens are being countered by the Assyrian's Incantation of Vengeance. And yeah, it's pretty much just Count Noctilus and the Lamprey's Revenge holding up the battlefield right now for the Vampire Coast. Lamprey's Revenge rushing into some of these Tomb Gods, and more of the Ravestone Bombardment. This one isn't as good as the one before. Still doing some noticeable damage, but yeah, it's not like nuking half a unit kind of good. But yeah, these zombies are about to be gone, and they have disappeared. And yeah, that means it's pretty much just Lamprey's Revenge and Count Noctilus. Yeah. And the Lamprey's Revenge are now being tied down by the Tomb Gods, being surrounded. And yeah. It is pretty much over for the Vampire Coast, unfortunately. As the Tomb Guards are now surrounding and slowly grinding down the Lamprey's Revenge. And Count Noctilus might be healthy, but he can't just solo everything else on the battlefield, especially now with Cetra Cyclo charging around. And yeah. That is gonna be the end. I'm not really sure what Sirens would be good against. They don't have the melee stats to deal with anything armored. While Terra is good, they don't exactly have to grind against cheap chaff. Well, I'm pretty sure Calamity is just trying to meme here. Nobody even used Siren, especially considering the Wind of Death. Nobody really brings in Winds of Death. So really nice to see the Wind of Death for once on the battlefield, and actually doing a ton of damage. Really cool stuff. What? Did I save it? Alright, that means Calamity is yeah, Calamity's streak is over here, with Captain Tillis going up into the next stage. And for the finals, who do we have in the finals? Let me just quickly check. Sipa is still duking it out with Rusto? Yeah, Sipa is still duking it out with Rusto. So we shall see who is winning that one. Alright, let me just quickly hydrate myself, and we might be checking a few replays we're just gonna check out some replays in the... Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly check out some replays, download some stuff, and ready for our next stage after the finals, when we check out the replay in on stream. So yeah, got a lot of files here. Rusto got multiple wins, so multiple files as well. And Joy Boy has, I think, all right, cool. Let me just compile the replays together, and then we should be chilling and waiting for the next stage. Okay, sorry. Just gonna quickly reply some stuff on Discord, and then we should be waiting for either Sipa or Rusto to get out of the fight. All right, cool. Yep, I think we should have most, if not all, the replays. Yeah, now we're just literally waiting for Sipa or Rusto to be done, so we can probably just check out some replays in the meantime, if anything. Give me a second there. Let me just quickly download the. I've downloaded the files. I just need to move them into the right folder. Yeah, there we go. We do have quite a few games tonight, so I might have lost count of how many replays we will have tonight. So if I missed out a replay or two, apologies, but I'm just trying to download whatever replay I'm seeing and just kind of casting them as I go. Greenskins versus Skavens, with Greenskins having spears. This is nice. Okay, cool. Let's not spoil ourselves too much here. Let's just check out the first replay. We have Bahrain going for Nurgle versus... Wait, hold on. If anything happens... Okay, Sipa and Rusto are still duking it out. Alright, so Nurgle versus Skaven. Nurgle going for a case. Skaven... Oh. We have the legendary Plague Priest himself. Shit. What's his name again? I'm losing track. Yeah. Hold on. Alright, cool. Anyways, Lord Skrulk, yeah. Skrulk coming in with his Rod of Corruption and Liberal Botanicus, hopefully. Yeah, you have to bring these two items if you play Skrulk, right? Anyways, for the... It is? Huh. Clan Pestilence versus Nurgle. It's a very thematic battle when you think about it. Plague versus Plague. On one side, we have a Nurgle army of a bunch of Pestigals in the front line, a couple Frolickers Bubonic on the flank, and then a couple Nurgle Furies, and then we have double Toad Dragons. Double Toad Dragons, oh boy. This is definitely memeing. Oh, look at these bad boys. They absolutely suck, but the models look amazing as usual. Our team of CA really just doing Lord's work there, doing Nurgle's work there. Chaos Sorcerer, Lord of Nurgle coming in with healing, fleshy abundance, and yeah, that's just it. To heal up the double Toad Dragon, Case the Befouled with his blade, the Sword of Filth, providing melee defense and armor debuffs. On the other side for the Skavens, a front line of Clan Rats, Skaven Slaves, and providing a bunch of Chaff front line and a bunch of Skaven Slave Slingers, a few units of Poison Wind Globadiers, and a Kick Zap Sap providing some long range anti-large firepower, Gorich providing single energy dueling prowess, alongside Packmaster guarding Skroak, and a bunch of Rat Ogres at the back line. That's it for the army builds. Now let's go into normal speed. We can fast forward a bit here as the King Zepsa start opening fire at the Lord of Nurgle, Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle. Probably aiming at Toad Dragon would have been a better choice since they do have anti-large bonus, and well, Toad Dragon is just a much easier target to hit. Now looks like the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle forgot to dodge, so just took a bunch of damage in the face there, while the Poison Wind Globes are now bombarding the Pesticle front line, nuking away their health. Toad Dragon just missing. They're literally just standing there, and puke just went right above their heads and not hitting for shit. So very unfortunate for the Toad Dragon blast there. Anyways, in the front line, Pesticles are taking substantial damage from the Poison Winds, while Nurgle Furies are tying down the Poison Wind Globes. Though the Poison Wind Globes do have heavy armor to tank hits from the Nurgle Furies, so they are still surviving for now. However, the Skaven front line just quickly collapsed under the sheer weight of the Toad Dragons. And yeah, also at the same time, Ikik Zap Zap is being surrounded and harassed by the Nurgle Furies as well, but the Red Ogres are guarding them to their death. Some of the Poison Wind Globes are still surviving, and while Liver Bubonicus is draining away the health of Case the Befouled, but I don't think there's a lot of damage. Whichever one was the AoE one? Probably that was a Rod of Corruption actually. Good against units, but not against single entities. Liver Bubonicus definitely should prioritize maybe killing Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle. But yeah, right now a bunch of even Slave Slingers are focusing fire onto the Toad Dragon, while a little bit of a Scorch spell, the Pestilent Breath, trying to rip away some health off the Frolickers Bubonic, who does have self-healing, so they are just slowly dragging away those Skaven hit points, while Gorich is doing the Great Horn Rat's work here, hacking away at the health of the Toad Dragon. Though on the other side, without the presence of Gorich, the Skavens are in a much tougher situation, having the Toad Dragon literally just pushing them around. Now, one of the Toad Dragons is getting quite low in HP, since Gorich is just keep nagging at his butt. I don't think that's a good position to be in against a Nurgle unit. You never know when the next shit is going to hit you in the face. Even a fart is going to be quite stinky, I would imagine. I don't want to imagine, actually. Anyways, Case is going in, trying to duel Gorich, but he is already noticing that he is a little bit ahead of himself there. Now getting smacked in the face by Gorich. He's doing some damage in return, but Ikik Zap Zap now still aiming down at the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle. Again, probably better at just keep shooting the Toad Dragon, but right now the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle is being forced to drop a Fleshy Abundance on himself, upgraded even while separated from the Toad Dragon, solely because he is taking more and more damage from the enemy artillery fire. We can see that the artillery fire, despite being healed all back up, it is making a dent on the Nurgle's army as they are running low on healing space. And the Skavens are taking more control over the battlefield. Red Ogres are chasing off a routed Toad Dragon, while the rest of the Skavens are reconsolidating. This one Toad Dragon is still free to roam around, but Ikik Zap Zap still firing away at the Nurgle Sorcerer Lord. We'll do a bit of fast forward here as the Nurgle Sorcerer Lord continues to get pressured by the Packmaster. Packmaster and Case are trying to save their Toad Dragon, but it is not coming back with the Rat Ogres constantly pestering them. while the Toad Dragon over here trying to snipe, to push back some of the Skaven missile firepower, but unfortunately being stuck in stuck in the crossfire of a bunch of slingers and poison wing globes, and yeah, a lot of slingers. The volume of firepower eventually adds up, while the rest of the Nerve army is just a little bit too far to help. We'll fast forward a bit here, a little bit breath attack from the Toad Dragon, but either ways, that is not enough to turn the battle back, and that will be a victory for the Skavens, as the Toad Dragon were unfortunately still underperforming. And yeah, this is definitely a Nurgle meme build. A very thematic matchup. I wish to see more Plague Monks. That would be fun, but yeah. GG to both players here. Gorge also doing a lot of damage over time, and yeah. Anyways. Let's see if ooh, VP versus Lizardman. Okay, well, I don't have this replay file yet. I'm just gonna quickly drop that in the folder. Starting with code. Alright, cool. That is fine. Spectate 1, 2, 3. Let me just turn on the screen blocker. No, screen blocker. Okay, Norska. Oh my god, is this Norska and Tomb Kings? Holy shit. Oh. 2 off. 2 non-S tier factions. Alright, hold on. Alright, we are... Sipa, I think, he has been an enthusiast of meming, so we might see more meme builds in this battle, but Captain Tillis might take... I was just checking with Sipa and was like, hey, are you gonna meme? And he replied, yeah, he has been memeing 100%, so... yeah. It's gonna be some heavy memeing material, and yet still, Sipa managed to get in with his meme build. Perhaps the off-meta surprise is just too much for most players here, and they couldn't really effectively counter the memes, and leading to the victory of Sipa winning all the way to the finals. We shall see. We shall see what happens with this matchup. I hope we might see some memes. This is the first battle, so I'm not gonna say anything, even if I'm seeing sweaty builds. But yeah, unfortunately I do think that I need to make it more clear about this tournament being memes, because I've seen some sweaty builds being shared on the replays and whatnot, but yeah, We can. I'll probably just adjust my wording for the tournament next time. I need to communicate it better. But either ways, I hope everyone is enjoying the battles so far. Not exactly everything is meme, but yeah, it's just a casual battle. So, wait, we are totally seeing meme from Sipa though. He is 100% going meme. There's no doubt. And Tomb King's build is a bit more meta, I'm afraid, but maybe perhaps Sipa can make it work. Alright, looks like both players are ready, so I'm just gonna unlock the screen and go into the battles. Sipa double freaking mammoth. Yep, double freaking mammoth, and I don't know. I think it's the war mammoth as well. Wait, that's a war mammoth, or was it the war mammoth with war shrine? Either ways, it's meme. It's meme. I just appreciate the seeing mammoths. Like, you don't really see them. Even, I think the only time I try to, yeah, I really try to bring off-meta builds for Norska is really just bring a bunch of familiars. But familiars probably right now are meta. But war mammoths are probably still not meta yet. But yeah, regular war mammoths ready to crump some skellies. Though they will be facing up some tough opposition. The front line of regular marauders. Yeah, just a line of regular marauders, familiars with great weapons, and then ice wolves on the flanks. Frog leading an army, nope. I was about to say no magic, but here goes Flamestorm Caster of Mere Bale Fiend. Okay, not Burning Head. Interesting indeed. I would thought Burning Head would work better against a dense line of spears and skeleton warriors, but we shall see here. Captain Tilla is going for a relatively meta build, I would say. Front line of Tomb Gods as usually we have seen him bringing. Kepler Guard as well, a bunch of spears, and then at the back there, Shaktis with great bows, Sepulchral Stalkers, a line of spears, more spears, and a Tomb King, regular one indeed, and a Lich Priest of light with Net of Emmentalk, and the Canoptic Jar, what is it called? And kills Canopy, providing that spell damage, spell resistance. Mitigating incoming spellcasting damage. Perhaps this would be a great tool to counteract enemy Flamestorm. We shall see here as we're waiting for players to get ready. Now the Norscan army is just going on a full spaghetti line rush, while the Ice Wolves will be sallying forth to pressure those Galleyhort's archers, who will be dishing out some skirmishing firepower, and yeah. We shall see here. Alright, let's see. Frog is moving up, and the double war mammoths are pushing forth. But those Shaptis with great bows are going to aim at them and start shooting, especially with the Net of Emmentalk going down on the war mammoths, and then the rest of the missiles can just focus them down. Over here, though, war mammoth, one of them is being locked down by Net of Emmentalk. But the familiar great weapon warriors are piling in to intercept the Tomb King's kitty cat, while the other war mammoth getting blasted in the face. Frog also engaging in the front line, but something needs to be done to deal with all these missile backline of the Tomb Kings. There are not a lot of mobility to keep the familiars off their target though. So if the familiars can quickly rush into the back end, start shutting down the great bows, that would be huge. But right now, the war mammoths are just taking a lot of range pressure, getting blasted from afar. Though the war mammoths having that collision attack would be huge, and taking down, grinding through a bunch of skellies. But oh no, what are you doing from your warriors? You need to go and shut down those sepulchral stalkers and the Shapti's great bows. Okay, now some of them are doing that. They're pushing through, and here comes the first flame storm onto the skeleton spears, but unfortunately just moving away from where they're supposed to go. Oh, actually no, skeleton spears staying ahead of the flame storm. It is quite a slow spell now, after it got changed down to a more predictable movement. But yeah, anyways, the mammoths have been just crumping all these skeleton spears with no issue at all, and even charging themselves into the Ushapti with great bows. Because of how huge their models are, they can just knock down 3 Ushaptis in one fell swoop, and doing some pretty good work against Ushaptis. But unfortunately, one of the Familiars have been worked down, pressured away, terrified by the presence of the nearby kitty cat. The net continues to pin down the War Mammoth. The Shapti with great bows are pulling away. And yeah. Archers, the Ushapti archers are continuing to fire at the War Mammoth. The War Mammoth is getting low right now, and the Norskins are suffering a bit. They don't exactly have the punch to kill off the Kepler Guard and Tomb Guard front line, as a lot of their investments are on the monsters, which, well, the monsters are doing a lot of work. The problem is that can they finish off these Shaptis and Sepulchral Stalkers? That is a bit of a hard one to tell. Now, over here, the Ushaptis are under threat from the War Mammoth and Marauders pushing in, and the War Mammoth are knocking down some of these Shaptis, doing some nice impact damage, while more and more Norscan units pile in onto the Shapti back line. Tomb King, he is taking a lot of damage from Throg, but right now the problem is really not the Tomb King, is the rest of these Shaptis and Sepulchral Stalkers who are still online. They're damaged, but they are still kicking around with quite a few models left. These guys, actually still 12 models left despite taking significant damage over time. And yeah, Throg is now being pinned down, stuck in a tough spot against all these, against nothing. He's not fighting anything, so not generating any value. Flamestorm though doing some nice damage to the Tomb Gods, though unfortunately the Familiar warriors are getting pushed back. And yeah. Familiar Battlefiend might want to start keep pressuring the Shapti with great bows though, since he does have that anti-armor attack to cut through the heavy armor, heavy shell of these Shaptis. Throg's still on his hunt against the Tomb King. The Tomb King has been just constantly trying to run away from Throg, but now here comes a War Mammoth pinning him down, stuck in between a rock and a hard place. The rock being Throg's giant hammer, and a hard place being the War Mammoth. The Tomb King is taking more and more damage, absolutely getting slacked in this melee combat. But the Sepulchral Stalkers might just be enough to bail him out of the fight, just blasting the War Mammoth with a bit of missile attacks. Oh no, another net of Amentok coming in, but the War Sphinx is almost down, and the Sepulchral Stalkers here will be tied down by some Ice Wolves. Oop, looks like the Tomb King is still slowly crumbling away, just not fast enough. Now, Familiar warriors with great weapons are piling onto the Shaptis at the back line. The Tomb Guards are slightly distracted by the Marauders, so the Familiar warriors are still able to hack away without too much interruption. While the Tomb King has been slain by Throg the Troll King, the only problem is that there are no more mammoths on the field, so things are gonna be rough to kill off the rest of the remaining infantry. At least now that the Tomb King is dead, Throg is now once again free to roam the battlefield, this time going after the Shaptis with great bows with the help of the Norscan Ice Wolves applying that frostbite. I am still worried about how they can kill off the Kepler Guard. I don't see a way to do it. Anyways, over here we have some regrouped Familiar warriors with great weapons now going after these tattered Shaptis. Both sides are tattered, but perhaps with the charge bonus active and the charge bonus to the leadership, they're able to get into the fight and hack away these Shaptis. That you can see that they're doing massive impact damage and winning this fight. Throg is still holding on fine, but yeah, they're just running out of anti-infantry options. They probably will need some miracle miraculous casts of the Flamestorm, while the War Mammoth continues to get escorted away by the Skeleton Horse Archers. Once again, Flamestorm blasting some Skeleton Spears, but unfortunately most of the Capricorn Guard has been left untouched. Balance of Power is in favor of Norsca though, since they do have a very healthy Lord remaining. The question is, can the Lord kill off Capricorn Guard? I don't think so, and oh no, Familiar Bale Fiends are walking into Capricorn Guard. He does not want to do that. He wants to run away. No, yes, just run away. Turn around. Start running. Start running. Don't get dragged into that fight. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. But alas, it's too late. He's still routed off. And on the far side, War Mammoth still getting chased down by the Horse Archers. Damn, the Flamestorm duration is long. It's still going. It's still going. Anyways, Capricorn Guard is now trying to reinforce this fight, where Frog is trying to kill off the Tomb Guard with a charge from Familiar Bale Fiends as well. Yeah, I don't see how Norsca can grind through all these Tomb Guards. It's going to be a tough nut to crack, for sure. Overcast Flamestorm lasts for almost a minute. Oh, damn. That is a long casting spell for sure, then. War Mammoth at the very last moment managed to rally. I don't know if it can stay in the fight long enough. All thanks to some Norscan Ice Wolves just jumping onto these skeletons. Maybe if the War Mammoth can pull off a charge, he can just stomp these Capricorn Guard and Tomb Gods. And with only infantry left, no characters, since the light caster is dead, perhaps Sipa can still win this. Especially now that Frog is just picking off isolated elements of the Norscan army, trying to really snipe out some of these worn down Tomb Gods, quickly pulling away before they are stuck in a prolonged combat against some superior units. Now it is going to be cycle charging time, and we probably have to wait a bit before the War Mammoth can come back and start curve stomping the poor Tomb Guards. Frogdo still doing some really good work. He is a large target, so the Capricorn Guard's anti-infantry wouldn't be anything useful against him, and on top of that, a Flamestorm is coming in. It does have a long cast time, but it still does pretty good damage, especially against Capricorn Guard, right? With their regeneration trait, they do have more weakness against fire, and on top of that, the Flamestorm is going in the right direction, going after the Tomb Gods, and the Tomb Gods are just taking more and more damage, taking a ton of casualties in the fight. Well, the War Mammoth is still slowly lumbering over at only 50 speed, since how damaged he is. He does suffer from the wounds debuff with lower speed now and lower weapon strength, but honestly that doesn't really matter. Like, it's still gonna one-hit kill a Tomb Guard infantry model. Orc stays in the fight, slowly grinding away at the skeleton spears, and yeah, there's going to be a bit of cycle charging once again, this time from Norscan Ice Wolves, piling onto the spears, but they're going to be taking some counter-attack damage. Ooh, Familiar Warriors now jumping onto these Capricorn Guard, and more Familiar Warriors piling in, and Balance of Power is more and more in favor of the Norscan army. After all, Frog does have his own regeneration, providing that healing to himself, keeping their balance of power high, and if the Tomb King's army got weak enough, for example, if a devastating charge comes in from the War Mammoth, it might just be enough to put their balance of power into army losses. But right now, the Tomb Guards are still holding with their leadership, and they're not quite into army losses territory just yet. And yeah. However, the Familiar Warriors are being driven back, and oh no, the War Mammoth took a bit more damage in the fight earlier against those Tomb Gods. Frog also taking more damage, but this might be a good time for another Flamestorm. No, actually not. Not time for Flamestorm yet. But War Mammoth will be going for round 2 of a charge against Skeleton Infantry. He is taking damage, another 100 HP gone from that charge as he took counter-attacked. But at the same time, Tomb Gods and Skeleton Spears are slowly crumbling away. Yeah. And yeah, the Skeleton Spears are slowly being weakened as Frog hammers on. He has been taking damage over time, but his regeneration is keeping his HP high. Unfortunately, the War Mammoth once again has been routed. Oh no, this leaves the Kepler Guard on the far side, and with no good options to kill them off other than Frog himself, trying to like duke it out against a ton of anti-large infantry here. Yeah, this is a pretty much a dragged on fight between Frog. It is literally just Frog versus the world, and Frog will have to fight some elite warriors of the undead. But yeah, with no other units engaging in the fight, Frog will have no choice but to just stand there and keep duking it out with the rest of these Tomb King units. Unless the War Mammoth can return, but the leadership is still a little bit flimsy with at -6. The exhaustion is literally what's killing it right now. Very unfortunate. And damage sustained is just too much for it to return. It does reduce over time, but can it return before? Oh no! It loses the nearby unit support. So yeah, can it return before the white line? It's gonna be a interesting question. Oh, never mind. It seems that army losses is hit as the remaining skeleton spears crumble to dust, and that shall be victory for Frog and his mammoth. Alright, GG to Sipa with a very insane victory with the double mammoth build. Interesting victory. The mammoth didn't do that much damage. One of them did a lot of kills, but mostly I think just Frog carrying the game with 3,000 gold worth of damage. Oh no. Oh no, it's literally just just Frog carrying the game with a ton of damage. Holy hell. And yeah, it's really just Frog solo carrying the game. The entire game is carried on his back. On the other side, for the Tomb Kings, we have the Ushaptis doing really well, the Sepulchral Stalkers as well. But, oh yeah, and the Tomb Kings with their anti-large attacks, dragging down the War Mammoth and Frog the Troll King. And what else? Let me just see. Yeah? Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Frog the Troll King, it's pretty much it. Frog the Troll King's self-regeneration, keeping the balance of power high for the Norskins, and clutching the army for them, while the Ushaptis did a lot of firepower damage to the War Mammoth. Just not shooting at Frog might have been the key mistake that might cost them the game, but I don't see how you can deal with Frog when there are two War Mammoths rampaging through your line, so I don't really blame the targeting priority there. I would probably be shooting the shooting at the shooting at the War Mammoths as well myself. But yeah, this is the first battle. But yeah, now we are waiting for the second matchup. In this battle, in the best of 3, the rule is they can't bring the same lord in consecutive in the battles. So, for example, for Sipa, who did use Frog the Troll King in the previous battle, he cannot use Frog anymore for the rest of the best of 3. Well, he will have to use a different lord. So it's either the War Chief, the generic War Chief, or Frog, the generic Marauder Chieftain, or Wolfric the Wanderer, who has very interesting combos with certain units. With the melee attack buffs, or you can use Hunter of Champions to synergize with stuff like Plague of Rust, which is a combo that I love a lot. On the other side, we have the Tomb Kings who used the Tomb King earlier, so he does have 4 more options left. Cetra the Imperishable, Arkan the Black, Grand Hierophant Katab, or High Queen Khalida. He'll have to choose one of these lords. But yeah. We shall wait for the next battle, as they are now picking their armies. I do wonder what kind of combo will Sipa bring with Wolfric the Wonder. Now they're fighting Tomb Kings after all, so they will have to take down large constructs. Or maybe Tomb Kings are not going to bring any constructs. Who knows? I'll see here. Alright, looks like Captain Tillis is ready, and Sipa is almost ready as well. Sipa's literally just fine-tuning the last 100 like gold, so we are gonna wait for her to go through. Personally, actually, let me think. I've played Norsca a fair bit, so I think I can talk about this matchup a bit as so if I'm Norsca, I would expect constructs, right? So a good option would probably be bringing Plague of Rust and maybe a couple Javelin Hunters. And at the same time, since I love Familiar Balefin so much, and they can actually, despite being large targets, they can actually tank missiles due to their from the miss ability and missile resistance. I would actually bring a couple regular Familiars in just to have their anti-armor capabilities and to tank enemy with Shakti fire. And that is gonna cost me because Familiar's warriors are expensive. So other than that, a front line of regular Marauders, and then a Metal Caster with Plague of Rust to synergize with the Armor Sundering of the Familiar Balefiends, and yes, it's the usual armor debuff combo actually when I think about it. Providing a ton of armor debuff combo, and then which makes the Javelins more effective. Since Javelins don't exactly have armor piercing, they rely on mostly anti-large, and on armor piercing anti-large especially. But yeah, I will probably grab some. Maybe I'll grab a couple armored skin, or maybe just regular skin. Provide a little bit of an anti-large presence, and also on top of that, synergize with the armor sundering and Plague of Rust. And then to kill off characters, it's Wolfric. It's Wolfric with what else? With Sword of Torgal on horseback, coupled with the Hunter of Champions and Plague of Rust, it can strip away a ton of armor. Okay, so we do have Wolfric. We do have a Metal Caster, probably just with Plague of Rust. We have a Fiery Caster as well. Either Burning Head or Flamestorm. Sipa did bring Flamestorm in last battle. Front line of regular Marauders, a ton of Javies, and a couple. I think I saw a couple of Skin Wolves there. I don't see any Familiar Warriors, so I'm a bit disappointed with that pick of an army. And yeah, okay, shit. Alright, done. Yep. Now let's see the army builds for the Norskins. They do have a couple Norskin skin wolves to provide that anti-large presence. Just regular skin wolves, since you don't really want to bring armor against Tomb Kings, since they have so much anti-armor options. Buying armor is a waste of money. Norskin ice wolves on the flanks. They'll probably be moved away at some point soon, but we shall see. Wolfrake coming in with no Hunter Champions and Seafang. Seafang is going to be responsible for breaking through enemy frontline alongside the Burning Head. Yeah, just Burning Head on the Fire Caster, and just Plague of Rust on the Metal Caster. On the other side for the Tomb Kings, the front Cetra on his Chariot of the Gods, and the front line of Nekara Warriors, Tomb God, same build actually, a very similar build at least. Backed up by some Skeleton Spears and a few Shapti going with a melee rush. Necro Horsemen, 2 Skeleton Archer Chariots. Now this is memeing. Necro Horsemen on the left flank as well, leading the army, etc. The Imperishable. And yeah, we shall get the battle started. Oh, there's that one single Murder Horseman. That might get out-kited, funny enough, by Skeleton Archer Chariots. Oh no, the Murder Horseman getting too close to the Necro Horseman and getting charged straight up. And they're taking a ton of damage on impact. This is a massive hit on their HP bar. Now over here, these Murder Horsemen doesn't face as much of a resistance and are free to just stay away and keep shooting. Skin Wolves on this end tries to catch up to the Skeleton Archer Chariots. Ice Wolves are piling in as well. All the Skin Wolves are engaging in here, and there's not much to stop them. As the spears are a little bit too slow to assist, and the Archer Chariots are moving up. Shaptis are piling on to the front line fight. They need to break through the front line as soon as possible and get to the Javelins at the back, but a lot of bolts, the Seafang dropping right onto one of the spears, severely damaging them, while the mobility fight-wise, seems like the Norskins are getting an upper hand. Skin Wolves hacking away at the enemy mobility, though some of the Necro Horsemen are able to get onto the back of the Murder Hunters with Javis, now cutting them down. Cetra, the Imperishable, on his Chariot does not have anti-large, so he is struggling to do too much damage against the Skin Wolves. Oh, he's taking a ton of damage from his own miscast, and the Plague of Rust reducing his armor also makes him more vulnerable to Skin Wolf's attack, so that's why he took so much damage in the process. At the same time, some of those Shaptis are managing to push through and get to the Javelins at the back. So the Javelins, Sipa doing a very nice maneuver here, kiting back with some of the Javis, forcing the Tomb Kings to keep committing resources and chasing down units that they have a hard time catching up on. Another Burning Head burning down the Skeleton Spears, while on the far side there's Cetra, the Imperishable, being driven back by Skin Wolves and a combination of Plague of Rust. So not having too good of a time here. The Shaptis are managing to catch up to some of the Javelins and start hacking through their HP. Balance of power is slightly in favor of Norskins, but if the Javelins go down, then the advantage would no longer exist. They do still have some Marauder Horsemen with Javelins though, so that might be key in providing that late game fire support, but right now they are going to be the prime target for the enemy's Tyrion's Incantation of Vengeance, draining away their HP and working down that skirmishing cavalry. And yeah, Skeleton Archers are moving up, and Skeleton Archer Chariots actually are trying to catch these Murder Horsemen, who are just trying their damnedest to kite back and run away from the enemy Necro Horsemen. The battle is literally going on all over the place here, with the Norskins slowly gaining an advantage as their crossfire of Javelins are able to work down some of these Tomb King's construct. And also on top of that, Cetra the Imperishable getting stuck in this fight. Hunter of Champions slowing him down, Frostbite, and also a bunch of Skin Wolves pinning him down in general. We'll be finishing this Lord of Nekara, the man with 50,000 titles behind his actual name. And there goes the leadership of Tomb Kings, and that puts a dent on their balance of power, giving the Norskins a major advantage at this stage of the game. It's going to be a very uphill battle for the Norskins from now on, but we shall see what happens next. Not for Norskins, for Tomb Kings, an uphill battle for Tomb Kings from now on. And yeah, we shall see what's coming next. A burning head? Oh, a preemptive burning head onto an advancing unit of skeleton spears, but Captain Tiller's managing to dodge away, pulling away from that unit. Javelins continue to fire away at the Ushaptis, and yeah, that would probably be it, as the remaining units of Tomb King's army are not gonna be a match against a consolidated Norscan position. The Norscan army are just regrouping. There's a bunch of mobility though available to just keep hunting down some frostbitten, slowed down skeleton archer chariots, slowly just chewing up these mobility units. And yeah, that's probably gonna be it here. And yeah, that will be GG, as Sipa secures another victory against Captain Tillis, getting the victory of this game and also becoming a champion of this Wednesday Faction Wars. Alright, value-wise, the Skin Wolves are getting a ton of damage done. And the Javelins did a ton of damage as well. Wolfric did, yeah. Okay, Wolfric. Okay, this is actually a... Okay, let me just quickly reply some messages on Discord. Alright, cool. Let's see. Skin Wolves are going with a ton of damage. 1,000 gold. Getting some very solid valor hacking through those Necro horses. And then Javelins, obviously very good against enemy constructs. And yeah, the Norscan Ice Wolves keep chasing down enemy, pressuring enemy skeleton archer chariots. Did a good job in that regard as well, especially Frostbite to slow down enemy mobility, allowing the Warhounds to be catching up even more effectively. Overall, a very interesting, very solid build from Norska there. And very unfortunate that Cetra just getting surrounded and beaten up by a ton of Skin Wolves, having those Plague of Rust reducing their armor. And as for the skeleton infantry, they didn't do much. Shaptis also struggled to break through the struggle to run down the sheer horde of javelin units, and took a ton of damage in the process. And yeah, GG to both players. Special thanks to absolutely a big thanks to everyone for joining the tourney, signing up to the event. Apologies for not communicating the meminess, my intended memeness of the tournament a bit better. So we have some meme builds, some more competitive builds, and I'll try to word my tournaments better in the future. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna make an announcement about that on the Discord as well. But yeah, for now, I hope you all enjoy this bit of multiplayer action with a little bit of with some meme builds at least. And I'll try to host more. I'll try to probably actually I need to define my tournaments a little bit better, because I feel like one issue about so-called for fun casual tournament is that everyone has a little bit different idea of what's meta and what's not. So one person's meta might be a meme for another person, or one person's meme can be a meta for another person, so it can be a bit hard to define. So I might just yeah, I think I'll stick to the approach of yeah, actually, you know what, the next faction wars, I'll probably just specify it's gonna be a competitive sweaty tournament. Bring your sweaty builds or whatever, and then or at least just be competitive. And then if I want to bring up a Mimi casual for fun tournament, I'll just go for a thematic 20 where rules are specified in a way such that you're not incentivized to bring regular builds. There's that. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna do that. But yeah, that is a bit of an interesting faction war so far. Hello, David. Nice to see you here. Welcome back. It's been a while since I last cast a tournament. Now let's go into the replay section here. We do have quite a few replay files to go for. Okay, I mean, CPL is feeling bad for bringing too much of a meta build. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly reply to CPL for feeling bad about the meta build in the last game. Alright, alright, so now that we have spotted the communication problem for next time, we can figure out a solution to, I don't know, define a meme tourney better next time. Now, for the tourney here. Oh wow, okay, Pigman is double laser sword. Okay, that is gonna be some devastating firepower. But anyways, let's just jump into the 20 here. 20 replay. Archangel versus Pigman. Pigman definitely a very good player, but Archangel also not a force to be reckoned with. We have Rekarth, Beastmaster Rekarth, supported by a fire sorceress, fire sorceress, and a bunch of, and the rest are pretty much the usual Dark Elf stuff, right? Dread Spears, 1 Bleak Sword, 2 Dark Shards, 2 Dark Riders, a bunch of Code 1 Cavalry, Code 1 Knights, and a couple repeater crossbows in the skies. Yeah, Rekarth leading army. What did the Fire Sorceress brought? We have a Burning Head and Fireball. On the other side of the battlefield, we have a line of Skink Skirmishers, a second line of a Skink Cohort, and a bunch more Skink Cohorts, this time with a bunch of Javelins. A couple Bastillodon with solar engine, their solar-powered laser beams, leading the army Slime Mage Priest of Life. Not sure what to heal, I guess, the double Bastillodons. But yeah, I don't necessarily think that is the best option in this build. But yeah, let's see what happens here. Umbral Tide providing some solid anti-large fire support, and a bunch of Furrow Code ones for mass mobility and a bit of armor to body block. In the skies, Pterodon Riders providing some skirmishing firepower, but up against Dark Shards, they might take a lot of damage. We shall see. And yeah, let us just watch as the two armies are closing in on each other. Pterodon Riders are flying over, but they are immediately targeted by a barrage of Dark Shards fire, taking some noticeable damage, but yeah, they will be quickly pulling back. The good thing about Pterodon Riders and other bird type models is that their unit models are kind of janky. so they are missiles against them are not as effective as missiles against other targets. So close range blast from dark shots is still gonna take a huge chunk of their HP away. And what was there a spell cast earlier? Never mind. Anyways, Umbral Tide blasting away at Recarve, so Recarve is forced to pull back. Unlike the Soul Stealer casters, Recarve do not have any access to healing, so you cannot afford to take any damage unnecessarily. Now the front line wise, Skinks are pushing into the front line, but because how lightly armored they are just gonna fall victim to a beautifully curved burning head, roasting 2 Skinks for 1, allowing the Dressbeards to start pushing up. However, Dark Shards are taking a ton of damage from enemy laser beams and some of the Umbral Tide fire as well, so they're taking some noticeable damage, while Recarve is just kind of staying away from the enemy missile fire, just really don't want to get close enough to get shot at, while the rest of the Dark Elf mobility are circling around, while the Pterodon Riders are staying in the skies a little bit too long, just eating a bunch of damage from the Dark Shards and Repeater Crossbows from close range. Recarve is now roaming the front line here, trying to free up more and more of the Dressbeards to allow them to push forward and threaten the Lizardman backline, as the Black Dragon terrifies a bunch of Skinks nearby. Cold Knights are beating up through Cold One very handily, and they will continue their push onwards. There's not much that the Lizardman can do to stop the Cold One Knights rush, and also the Dark Riders with shield. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a pretty rough one for the Lizardman. On top of that, Burning Head continues to roast a bunch of Skinks, and the Cold Knight is just piling in, routing off the Skink skirmishers alongside the Burning Head on their face. So things are looking quite, I would dare say things are looking quite nice for the Dark Elves, despite balance of power suggesting they are both on equal footing, simply because Recarve, like, the balance of power is shrunk on the Dark Elf side just because Recarve is so damaged, but right now the Dark Elves are pretty much compromised, compromising the Lizardman ranged assets all over the field. Recarve now tying down the Bastillodons, and the Dark Riders are in as well, while the Cold Knights continues to push. If they can just drive back the Umbral Tide and just keep them occupied in BC, maybe they can just shut down that long range firepower at once. Never mind, they don't even need the Cold Knights, just having those Repeater Crossbows keep shooting, and the Umbral Tide will eventually get whittled down. More Dressbeards coming in to support, and the Skink Horde has been pushed back, allowing the line of Dark Elves to continue to push with their Dressbeards and one single unit of Bleak Swords, while Cold Knights are piling in with their anti-large armor piercing. Actually, the Cold Knights are trying to just walk through the Bastillodon and get to the Slan Mage Priest. Recarve, though, is probably a better option for that. Just pull Recarve out and just jump onto the Slan Mage Priest. But actually, you know what? Something needs to be done with the Umbral Tide. They have remained steady in terms of leadership, with Cold-Blooded stabilizing their morale, and they're now once again aiming down Recarve, threatening to hunt down this Dark Elf Lord, doing some pretty noticeable damage, while the Bastillodon is getting a little bit of healing. A regrowth spell from the Slan Mage Priest. Earthblood healing up a bunch of stacking Earthblood on top of regrowth. Yeah, this Bastillodon is getting a ton of healing. The only problem is that it was on fire because it got hit by some stray, friendly fire. Very literal sense, no pun intended, from the Umbral Tide. So that cut down their healing a bit. Now, you might question, we can talk about this later, but yes, I've checked the UI. Seems like friendly fire, friendly flaming missiles does make your own units set your own units on fire and cut down their healing. So that is a very unfortunate. Oh, a bound banishment, and we haven't seen that one much. And right on top of some blobbed up Dark Elves. This is huge, doing some massive damage to these blobbed up Dark Elves. And once again, the Lizardman is pulling ahead in terms of balance of power. Having that healing is coming in really clutch. Actually, I am wrong about the healing not being suitable for this build, since the healing is keeping these single entities alive. Yeah, and the Dark Elves just simply do not have the kind of healing to grind out in a fight like this. So much damage accumulating on their units, taking more and more damage, and they're unable to bring back their tattered units. And that might just be a victory for the Lizardman here, as Rakarth is being crossfired to death by various Lizardman units. And the Slamage continues to drop in heals. Those Earthbloods coming in really handy. But yeah, very nice rush from Archangel, but unfortunately, it is the healing that tipped the scale, allowing the Lizardman to sustain well into the late game despite being kind of behind and in a lot of engagements. Also, one main fact is that the Salamander hunting packs of Umbral type doing absolute God's work against Rakarth, taking away a huge chunk of his health and also working down some other units as well, like the unarmored Dark Shard, who cannot really block an explosive fireball or a volley of explosive fireballs. So yeah, very nice stuff from Pigman here, who managed to advance into the next round. What's next? We have finally another greenskin army. We do have multiple greenskin armies in this 20. This time, Nurgle's PA versus Angel. Nurgle's PA going for a bit of a quick front line there. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. We also have a bunch of orc spears, greenskin stabbers, 3 goblin spears, 3 orc boys with spears, and orc boar bigguns, 2 savage orc boar boys, and 2 wolf riders, goblin wolf riders. One of them the Menji Marauders, and 1 single unit of first goblin spider rider archers. Oh, leading the army, a goblin great shaman. Ooh, on a lava spider as well. This is a force to be reckoned with for sure. A massive lumbering monster. A few units of we've been through the rest of the army pretty much. So yeah, let's see what the goblin great shaman brings. Only vindictive glare. On the other side, for the Skaven, a molder monster core, Throt the Unclean, providing passive healing, additional passive healing to surrounding units, right? Wait, no, he doesn't have. Oh wait, no, he just have a remoldered active healing. No Packmaster? So no passive heals? Oh yeah, no passive heals. I mean, to be fair, there are two help abominations, both having regeneration, so he doesn't really need to give them passive heals. Anyways, 3 red ogres and 4 units of night runners and a line of wolf rats with poison. Oh boy, no Skaven infantry. This is going meme heavy for sure. Kind of on both sides really. Wait, no, actually, yeah, you know what? Squig herds are pretty good against other infantry when combined with goblins, but then again, there are no other infantry here other than very fast wolf rats, which squig herds cannot catch up with, and night runners, which can also kite squig herds. So, anyways, these gobbles are not going to have a good time. So many terror-causing monsters piling into the front line. This unit is just gonna rout in a few seconds. The others are also not having a good time, being jumped by a bunch of red ogres and wolf rats. This one is already routing in front of a ton of hell pit abominations and red ogres, all this mutated flesh. While at the same time, the greenskins mobility are converging on the right flank here, trying to avoid being chased by wolf rats. Night runners are skirmishing away, so Menji Marauders, goblin wolf riders, and one-person Spider Rider archers will have to do some kiting, counter skirmish, while at the same time savage orc boar boys and the broken tusk mob, the regiment of renown orc boar bigguns are piling in. They are unsupported though, which is kind of worrying, as they are just isolated by a ton of molder monsters, just receiving a heavy beating while not doing a lot of damage in return, because the wolf rats are absorbing most of their hits instead of the red ogres or the Hellpit Abomination, the thing taking hit. Another Vindictive Glare, and the Goblin Shaman really trying to spam those spells to shut down those Night Runners missiles. Just keep chipping, not really chipping away, doing big chunks of damage to the Night Runners with the now new and improved missile targeting. And yeah, Swamp Things are moving in. I forgot to highlight them. They do have that melee attack debuff with their Foul Stench. Yeah, overwhelming odor. reducing enemy melee attacks, making them less effective in melee combat. And now they themselves are engaging in combat, applying poison as well, further debuffing enemies' damage potential. A Wa has been popped the first time in the entire battle, giving the Greenskins a massive damage boost, and the Rat Ogres taking a heavy shock damage as a result. The same thing, and a summon Rat Ogres from Throt the Unclean here, keeping this section of the battlefield alive for the Skavens, while Scrickers continue to give chase to the Night Runners, and just keeping these skirmishing units away from the major engagement here, where the pitch engagement between the Goblin Great Shaman on his Lava Spider, is it Lava Spider or is it just, you call it Arachnid Spider? I forgot. But yeah, haven't seen a Goblin Great Shaman on Spider in a very long time after all. Orc Boys spears are in the fight, and yeah. Now the Throt Unclean is taking more and more damage, but all these Health Pit Abominations are still very much healthy. Wait, what? Did Throt just take a bunch of miscast? Oh no, he doesn't have miscast damage. How the fuck did he just took it? Oh, he just... Either the miscast damage from the Goblin Great Shaman accidentally hit Throt, or Throt. Not Throt. Or Goblin Great Shaman just put a big hit onto Throt. Anyways, the Skavens being Skavens, Throt's leadership is getting low after taking a bunch of shock damage. Yeah, and Throt now needs to be forced to pull back. However, the Goblin Great Shaman is actually surprisingly heavy, considering he has been in the fight against the double Hell Pit Abominations for the longest of time. Orc Barbarians are still in the fight, but they're struggling to do too much effective damage against the Hell Pit Abominations. It is really down to the Greenskin Light Archers to carry this, to accumulate enough damage onto the Hell Pit Abominations and secure victory for the Greenskins. Good news is that Throt the Unclean has been routed off, as the Goblin Great Shaman gives chase with his giant spider mount, and the two Greenskin skirmish cav are now unhindered and free to just keep shooting away at the double Hell Pit Abominations. One is down to around half health, the other also being stuck in a fight against the Swamp Things, taking more and more damage as well. We'll do a bit of fast forward here as Throt is just avoiding combat, and the Goblin Great Shaman on Spiders chasing down routed Skaven units, now once again giving chase to Throt the Unclean, using the mounted archers on his back to slowly chip away the health of Throt the Unclean as well. That was a very nice use of the Spider. They don't necessarily have to catch up. Catch up is great and all, but the archers will still do damage, and it adds up over time. Now, we have a remote going on for one of the Hell Pit Abomination, but the Vindictive Glare just countered some of that healing, slowly chipping away the health of the Hell Pit Abomination, who is now almost at heal cap. Fing Fing is still fighting in pretty much full strength, 3/4 of HP, and has beaten back the Swamp Things, who really need some time to heal themselves back up. Oh no, now the double Hell Pit might be breaking the back of the giant spider, as they are just piling onto one single combatant. Being a anti-lock 3v1, this is not great for the Great Goblin Shaman. It is not the best melee combatant. A Vindictive Glare once again to try and burst down one of the Hell Pit Abomination and force it to rout, but alas, it is not the case here. Our boys with spears are in the fight, finally proving their value of an anti-large infantry who has not gotten much damage yet, but with their anti-large melee attacks, maybe they can do some stuff. No, never mind. They have been routed off by the Thing's terror. But the Unclean is still fighting the good fight, regenerating his HP and just trying to run down some scattered Greenskin elements. But here comes the Swamp Things, putting pressure on the Throt the Unclean, forcing him to pull back, while the rest of the Greenskin archers are just trying to focus down on Throt the Unclean, but Throt is just running around in circles, trying to dodge away. Now the Swamp Things is trying to reinforce this fight and help out the Goblin Great Shaman, who have gotten some solid damage with the Vindictive players and the anti-large melee attacks. The thing is that the Swamp Things are not holding up for too long here. The thing is just too much for them. And yeah, it's really coming down to, and unfortunately miscast damage. Overcast Vindictive Flare onto the thing, doing some nice damage, but unfortunately, yeah, just not able to able to get a break from miscasting this time for the Goblin Great Shaman. It's been multiple miscasts of Overcast Vindictive Flare for this guy, and it has not been great for the Greenskins. Now the Spider Rider Archers, the skirmishers, are still trying to shoot at Throt, but Throt is just constantly juking around. I would say the more effective use of the missiles will really just keep shooting at the thing here, as the thing has way too much of a hitbox and will be and will have a hard time dodging any of these incoming missiles. But right now the missiles are accumulating a lot of damage onto the Rampage thing. Was distracted by the Orc Boys for a bit there, but now that the Orc Boys have been routed, the thing is once again free to chase down and pressure the Goblin Great Shaman, which the Goblin Great Shaman doesn't have any answers to. His health is way too low, and there's still Throt and Clean and the thing around. Once again, a Vindictive Glare, this time onto Throt and Clean, routing them off. This might be huge if they can break the back of the Skaven army, eliminate their leadership with perhaps some pursuing Mongrels, Mangy Marauders. Maybe Skaven still, the Greenskins still stand a chance here, because as of right now, the thing is still just dominating the battlefield with its terror and superior leadership being a regiment of renown. And right on the far side, Forest Goblins Spider Riders are slowly chipping away his health alongside the archers on the back of the giant Arachnarok spider. And with the Mongrels, Mangy Marauders giving chase to Throt and Clean, this is buying time for the Greenskins to not engage the thing just yet, just to keep kiting away. We'll be doing a bit fast forward as the Mongrels, Mangy Marauders will definitely see off Throt the Unclean, but unfortunately the spider has been caught by the thing and has been slain, and I don't see how the Greenskins can pull this one back. Without any missiles, they will be forced to engage the thing in a melee combat, which is not going to end up well for the Greenskins, who have lost their lord, very prone to terror, and that shall be victory of the thing. Getting 4,000 worth of damage value, so much damage done. The rest of the Skavens not so much, but yeah, it's the Moder single entities carrying the game for these Skaven army, for Clan Moder. While our boy is actually doing quite a bit of anti-large damage, striking down those lightly armored Moder monsters, doing some very effective damage. Overall, Orc Borbogans unfortunately underperformed here. Mongrel, Mangy Marauders and the First Goblin Spider Riders did some pretty good damage, but yeah. If the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers were able to use their full potential of missile skirmishing, maybe they have a better chance. But honestly, if we look at the army build of the Skavens, unfortunately there are just too many Wolf Rats and too many Night Runners for them to be effective in this battle. Actually, let me just quickly check the replay once again to see how did the Wolf Rats and Night Runners hide. Wait, no, the Night Runners got chased down by the Twigs, actually. Kept getting pressured. Yeah. The Wolf Rats and whatnot were trying to like just psycho charge these isolated elements of the Greenskins, but they just got picked apart, I believe. Let me just quickly fast forward some of these replay, and just want to do a bit more of a bird's eye view to see how the battle panned out, just as a personal thing. Yeah, yes, these Wolf Rats try to chase, but they just got picked off being isolated elements, and Wolf Rats trying to provide act as like a mobile infantry support and just getting attrition to death. Yeah, the key fights are pretty much just mostly the Helper Abomination, the Motor single entities, while the Night Runners keep shooting, but they just don't have enough ammo. Night Runners, one big weakness of them is just that they don't have a lot of ammo storage at only 14 volleys max, while most units having 20 or above. Oh, that's why the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers died. They tried to chase the Night Runners and they couldn't. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Don't. Night Runners is an awkward unit to deal with because you don't want to chase them with light mobility, but if you charge them with heavy mobility, it's kind of a waste of value because they're not exact. Because their missiles will still add up to the damage against the heavy cav, but yeah, it's. And yeah, you're just wasting an expensive heavy cav trying to chase them down. Yep, alright, cool. We're done with this replay. We load the next one. Alright, it is a bit of a meme build versus a meta build. Corn with... oh shit. These are a lot of meme units. We have multiple Crushers, we have Brutes of the Hound, and I think this is a Herald of Corn on a Corn bike. Yeah. Alright, let's slow down here. Okay, front line of Hellforge Host, Marauders of Corn, and a single Brutes of the Hound, Heralds of Corn's Fury, the Regiment of Renowned Blood Professors with flaming attacks and weakness to fire. Oh, Mantle of Immolation, and also, oh yeah, melee defense reduction as well. Pretty nice combo of melee defense, pretty nice combo of a damage increase, damage increase debuff. Marauder Horsemen of Corn with throwing axes, some Corn Bulls led by a Herald of Corn with a Locust of Wrath, providing that massive 40 melee attack buff. On the other side, we have... oh wait, also Bone Crushers. Skull Crushers. Yeah, Skull Crushers of Corn. Yeah, it's definitely a meme cavalry. And on the other side, for Calamity, going for a very solid, pretty competitive Vampire build. The front line of Deccan Mobs, second line of handgun mobs and hand cannons as well. Black Spot plus more hand cannons and Scurvy Dogs plus crabs guarding the rear. These are all gun crabs, so providing some solid firepower if anything that tries to get close. So yeah, Animika Hulks on the far flanks will do a bit of fast forward. This is gonna be really tough for Corn, as they would struggle to break through enemy frontline while being peppered by hand cannons and hand guns. As you can see, the hand cannons are already putting a dent on the Marauders' HP pool, while the Hellforge Host and the Corn mobility are trying to hit up the Vampire's flank. Heralds of Corn's Fury are also staying back. They should probably initiate the charge soon. Perhaps against the hand cannons, maybe, but they are throwing axes against rotting Prometheans, chipping away their health, but they're trying to now jump onto the hand cannons, and a lot of these mobility are just piling on and try and overload the animated host and get to the Vampire backline, but the hand cannons are just nuking these Hellforge hosts, while the Skull Crushers and Blood Crushers are struggling to get through all these zombie bodies while being peppered by all these hand cannons and bullets. Yeah, the Skull Crushers are still stuck here. Nanotones are as well being stuck behind the fight, and yeah, Heralds of Corn's Fury managed to nuke one of the zombie pirate hand cannon mobs, but unfortunately that means they are also spending time killing the hand cannons and being shot by the rest of the 3 hand cannons and hand guns. It's just a brutal crossfire on all over the battlefield, and now hand cannons and handguns are just making short work of all these armored Corn targets with their armor-piercing firepower. I remember, like, I think the only way to play this matchup really is just to spam Furies and throwing axes, and also just get enough infantry to occupy the enemy front line. Otherwise, it's rough. It's really rough. But yeah, throwing axes, they can be very effective against gun crabs, but not when they're being healed. Well, they do have the flaming axes to counteract enemy healing, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna matter anyways, as the Corn Rush has mostly lost steam. They're unable to break through the enemy front line there while being shot by hand cannons and handguns, so we might just want to do a quick fast forward here. As the throwing axes are still doing work, don't get me wrong, but the rest of the Corn army are just not quite there to kill off the rest of the gun crabs. And oh, Birds of the Hound has 7 kills. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. Oh, they've been fighting from gun crabs, which is why. But yeah, there's still a lot of Corn forces left, but they are falling victim to so many of these hand cannons. They're not going to hold for long, and at the same time, vampires are being healed by Invocation of Hex, keep pushing their balance of power even higher, giving them an advantage, and that probably should be it here, as the hand cannons, handguns are just going to crossfire what's left of the Corn army to death, giving the vampires a victory. And yeah, a very nice meme attempt from Corn here, but alas, running into a very competitive Vampire Coast army. Once again, I apologize for not communicating the meme aspect of this this faction wars clear. I'll probably have to write out a more clear announcement next time. So yeah, which is why we have a meme build versus a meta build. But yeah, either ways, still a very interesting display of the Vampire Coast meta build with a ton of crossfire zones between hand cannons and handguns. Seems like we're seeing a lot more hand cannons these days in the Vampire meta, as they're now a very devastating shotgun unit. With not multiple missiles, just one, but still, it is a ton of shock damage. That can kill a ton of stuff. But yeah, we have 5 more replays to go, and that should conclude the night, I believe. There might also be duplicate replays. I need to check. Yeah, we've seen this one. We can delete that. We haven't seen this one. We haven't seen this one as well. So yeah, let me just check if there are any. Wait. Okay, we have Steepa versus... I might have missed out one of the replays. I'm just gonna quickly download it then. Give me a quick second. Oh wait, no, we've got this. Yeah, this is one. Okay, cool. Yeah, so 3 more replays and that 4 more replays, and that should be it for the night then. Alright, cool. Let's jump into the next one. Warriors of Chaos versus Vampire Counts. Oof. This is a blob heavy build. Oh boy, I feel bad for Salinator. Yeah. Is that a Nurgle Demon Prince? Wait, hold on, you can bring a Nurgle Demon Prince in Warriors of Chaos? That kind of sucks. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that is a Nurgle Demon Prince. Holy shit. That and a Mortis Engine Mutal Vortex Beast is quite painful indeed. Full build, yeah. Anyways, let's see. For the army builds here, we have a ton of elite units here. Chosen with dual weapons, the Chosen of Corn. We have some Chaos warriors with halberds and a very elite melee build. Love the Chosen. Yeah, Chosens are cool, and they're very good against Vampire Counts, just because they can just kill Vampire Chaff infinitely. And then a bunch of Javelin Horsemen, Mutal Vortex Beast, Nurgle Prince with Spirit Leech and Fleshy Abundance. And on the other side, for the Vampire Count army, a front line of zombies, second line of some skeleton warriors and Cryptors, providing some master block enemy monsters, some skeleton spears, a single necromancer on, and a unholy balefire corpse card with flaming imbuement and magical imbuement to bypass enemy bypass enemy to cut down enemy healing and bypass enemy physical resistance, but I don't think it's the best thing against. Oh wait, no, the flaming. They also provide flaming resistance, so that is to counter enemy flaming attacks like Burning Head. Yeah, Claw of Nagash, Terrorgeist, 2 of them. In fact, one of them mounted by a Strigoi Vampire Lord with command of Unliving for more Crypt Horror Summon or Crypt Ghoul Summon, depending on how you want to cast it. Invocation of Nahak, Gaze of Nagash, and King of Ashuran for that active heal, active self-heal actually. And yeah, that's a lot of regeneration potential for the Strigoi Vampire Lord, but it is going to be rough against an elite melee build like that of a ton of halberds and multiple chosen. Javelins are already inching up and start shooting at the Vampire Count formation. The Claw of Nagash would be a good target since they are it is lightly armored and very vulnerable to just mass missiles in general, but now they are targeting one of the Terrorgeist. Terrorgeist does have regeneration though, so if given time they will heal back up, and the Terrorgeist are going after the Nurgle Demon Prince instead, and trying to snipe out the healing Lord as soon as possible. But right now the frontline engagement has started. Mutile Vortex Beast is just gonna nuke a bunch of zombies, which is not great for the Vampire Count. Something needs to be done, and really not much can be done about this massive monster other than the Terrorgeist. The Terrorgeist, very nice double breath attack, just nuking shield and a bit of HP from the Mutile Vortex Beast. Now they're down to 8,000 HP. It's less HP than before now, so it's probably more manageable. Okay, actually, oh no, friendly fire, Gaze of Nagash. Very unfortunate for the Terrorgeist here. It's diving down onto the Mutile Vortex Beast, but the Gaze of just putting himself right between right between the Mutile Vortex Beast and his Caster Lord. So yeah, friendly fire of Gaze of Nagash hurting your own Terrorgeist. But yeah, massive pitch engagement with the Mutile Vortex Beast and Demon Prince of Nurgle in the fight, while the rest of the Chosen are just buzzsawing their way through a bunch of skeleton warriors. And yeah, it's a massive blob fight now, while the Murder Horsemen are just running around trying to cut away those skeleton chaff. Summoned Crypt Ghouls are trying to intercept them, but they are fast enough to just pull away and not being too hindered by those rather light undead infantry. Anyways, over here, this Mutile Vortex Beast is receiving all kinds of trouble, being hit pretty hard by the multiple breath attacks from the Terrorgeist, and will be forced to pull back through his own halberds, while the Nurgle Demon Prince is trying hard to just snipe out one of the Terrorgeist for now. Also, Fleshy Abundance is going to be quite devastating for the Vampire Counts. They are having a bit of an advantage in terms of balance of power, but if one of the Terrorgeist goes down like that, this is not going to be great for them at all. Another Gaze of Nagash trying to nuke the HP off the Mutile Vortex Beast, but the Fleshy Abundance is still going, sustaining the hit point of the Mutile Vortex Beast, while the Mutile Vortex Beast is giving a shellacking on to the Terrorgeist. Now the Terrorgeist is receiving a bit of Invocation of the Heck, but he is on fire due to the... Wait, due to what? What is... Oh, the Chosen of Corn does have flaming attacks, so they are imbuing that on fire effect, and yeah, preventing the Terrorgeist to get the healing, and in the end was whacked by the Mutile Vortex Beast and the Nurgle Demon Prince, giving them a pretty big advantage in terms of single entities here. The Mutile Vortex Beast might be low in health, but they're not necessarily... Yeah, it's not necessarily out of the fight just yet. Constantly dropping in on those AoE damage health drains. And the Skeleton Spears are also taking massive casualties over time, especially when they're just fighting a bunch of chosen dual weapons. Now, the Strigoi Vampire Lord can probably duel the Nurgle Demon Prince in a one-on-one fight, but that is only if it is in a one-on-one fight. There's still a lot of javelins around. Dark Packs are trying to chase after the Murder Horsemen, but definitely the Vampire Count player keeping a very nice micro control, keeping those Murder Horsemen ahead of the enemy pursuers, and they managed to kite out the Dire Packs, now leaving these Murder Javelins free to roam around the battlefield and skirmish away. And on top of that, yeah. Oh, very nice takeoff from the Demon Prince, dodging most of that breath attack. Oh, a Geese of Nagash coming in, and took away a huge chunk of the Mutilated Vortex Beast's health. But if there's a Fleshy Abundance coming in, this would be clutch to keep the Mutilated Vortex Beast alive. But looks like it's not on the menu just yet, so the Mutilated Vortex Beast might get finished off by the Circle Vampire Lord. Though the Claw of Nagash is running low on HP as the Demon Prince is just keep hunting down this massive construct, and on top of that, javelins peppering it down with javelins, of course. So the Marauder Horsemen doing some God's work here. God's work of the Chaos Gods, of course. Yeah, getting some really good damage over time. It's just skirmishing away at enemy pursuers, and more importantly, shooting up the Claw of Nagash. And yeah, the only hope for the Claw of Nagash to win this is really, for the Vampire Counts to win this, is really just to drain away the rest of the elite melee units of the elite infantry units with the Claw of Nagash. But with all these javelins nearby, it's not gonna be easy. Dare I say, impossible actually. So we do a bit of fast forward as the Claw of Nagash retreating, while the Strigon Vampire Lord trying really hard to finish off on some of these. Marauder Horsemen a Fleshy Abundance onto the Demon Prince of Nurgle, giving him a ton of HP back. And yeah, the Marauder Horseman has been routed off by the Strigon Vampire Lord, a summon of Crypt Ghouls, trying to use it to shield the Claw of Nagash, allowing it to just keep draining away the health of the nearby Chaos Warriors. And oh wow, this Chosen is still at full health. Not fighting around a Claw of Nagash in the early game really does wonders to your hit points, I suppose. As they were kind of separated to kill 400 zombie chaff. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a rough fight for the Vampire Count, since they don't really have a good option to deal with enemy Chosen in melee. I feel like Vampire Counts is just in a really rough spot in a lot of matchups. Since their toolkit is really limited. Their last update they had was back in game 1. If you discount the Bloodline update. Yeah, like their units are so old. It's literally been half a decade since their last DLC, I think. And yeah. Claw of Nagash is just gonna get stuck in a melee fight, slowly draining away the Chaos unit's HP, but just not doing damage fast enough. And now with the Crypt Ghouls disintegrating, the Claw of Nagash is once again targeted by the Chaos Warriors and Chosen, and will be finished off. And yeah, that would be victory to the Chosen. One of them 2,000 gold worth of damage, the other 900, and a very solid damage value from the Demon Prince and pretty much the rest of the Warriors of Chaos army here. Fighting Vampire Counts really inflates your damage value because of so much healing available to them. You just kind of have to kill off double your army's value to win the day. And same goes for fighting a Nurgle build as well, since, well, you know, Nurgle and Fleshy Abundance and all that. So a lot of damage from the Claw of Nagash, but unfortunately failing to carry a day as the Chosens remain. The Chosens continue to stand tall and proud against these horde of skeleton chaff, which did skeleton and zombie chaff, which did almost nothing. Let us just quickly revisit the battlefield a bit to see the peripheries of the battle. I didn't really pay any attention to the mobility engagement, and mostly just focusing on the Mutilated Vortex Beast and the melee fight. So it will be good to check out what was the healthy Chosen, what were the healthy Chosen up to in the fight, and also the Dark Packs and the Marauder Horsemen early to mid game. Okay, let me just quickly fast forward a bit. But yeah, that's one thing about like casting live and versus casting replays in recordings. You don't really have the time to slowly check out which engagement is more worth noting, what kind of details were there in the battle. You just kind of have to go with the flow. So yeah, I'm just kind of going with the flow, and there's some stuff that I didn't really highlight it and want to check out again. Dark packs are hidden in the forest, while yeah, the chosen here are just away. They're staying away from the Claw of Nagash, so they are not targeted by the health drain at all, and are just free to keep chopping away at the poor zombie chaff. And Dark Pack, Skeleton Spears, and some Encrypt Ghouls are trying to pressure some of these Murder Horsemen, while the single entities are really duking it out in the middle over here. Both sides are eating a ton of Mortis draining effect. One side providing the actual Mortis engine, and the other side the Mutila Vortex speed with the draining effect. But yeah, the Terror guys got finished off, get chopped down by the Demon Prince, while over here, oh yeah, the Dark Packs have been going on a merry-go-round, hunting down a ton of the Murder Horsemen, but unfortunately, while they are hunting down enemy skirmishing units, they themselves are being hunted down by the Javis as well. So yeah, an expensive anti-lock mobility is finished off back then, but yeah. Chosen 200 kills now chopping away another unit of a Skeleton Spears. Pretty much by themselves, since the other is a Halberd unit. But yeah, that is it for this battle. Now let's move on to the next one. We have, I think, 2 more, and yeah, let me check. 3 more. Warriors of Chaos versus Skaven on this end. Scroll once again with another caster. This is not a Ruin caster. Alright, let's just check. Slow down a bit for the Warriors of Chaos, a front line of Marauders and a second line of a ton of spawns. These are change ones with the change barrier. Spawns are historically very annoying for Skavens to deal with. They are unbreakable, they have great damage output, and they are just a great meat sponge of enemy missiles, and also Poison Gloves sucks against these guys. So not a lot of options that the Skavens can do against them, especially when there's like the weird spawn causing terror and breaking the Skaven frontline even earlier. So yeah, Skavens really struggles to deal with the spawns, and it's all around. Honestly, Monstrous Infantry is just great against Skavens in general, and yeah. Anyways, as for the flanks, we have some Forsaken providing some flanking power, and a couple Warhounds with Poison leading the army. Archaon the Everchosen with Spirit Leech and Burning Head. Also, the Slayer of Kings to snipe out important targets. On the other side of the battlefield, Plague Monks in the front line, a couple Poison Wing Globes, and Blight Scab's Plague Pack, and more Plague Monk Sensor Bearers at the back as well. This is a very Pestilence themed build, leading the army. Plague Priest providing a bit more of a... It's just for the bell. Billowing, okay, for the Mortis engine, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, just getting the bell for the Mortis engine, Scrying Stone, Pestilent Breath, which is a basic damaging spell. Lord Scroak with Plague for the AoE damage, Vermintide with Summons, and Liber Bobonicus, and Rod of Corruption. Standard stuff really, but yeah, a very Pestilence build with a ton of Plague monks. Lord Scroak himself is also a Plague Monk with a Sensor Bearer, so he does have the contaminated, yeah. He does have a pretty solid AP melee stats with solid attack stats as well. Let's see how that goes, as it is gonna be a melee rush against one another. You should also take a look at Khorne versus Wood Elves. Wait, Khorne versus Wood Elves. Did you send me the replay of Khorne versus Wood Elves? Let me just quickly pause and check. I don't think I saw it. Give me a second. Wait, Scarbrand, did you send in the replay? I need to check. I don't think I received the replay of Khorne versus Wood Elves, unless I missed it. Oh yep, I got it. Yeah, I'll check it out later. I got it. Yeah, okay, so we still have 3 more replays after this. Nice. Yeah. Archaon is getting hit by the Poison Wing Globes, which is not doing a whole lot of damage. But the Burning Head, though, it's going to do a lot of damage to the Blight Scab's Plague Pack. They are shifting their formation a bit to avoid the worst of the damage, but the damage has been dealt. Over half a unit gone from that one cast. Same goes for the other Plague Monk. That is why you don't deploy in a dense formation like that. it's gonna be very rough for you to dodge spells, and yeah, the Plague Monks take a heavy price from that. But yeah, at the same time, with the Plague Monk sacrifices, the Poison Wing Globes are able to dish up damage against enemy Marauder frontline. The problem is really the Chaos Spawns. They themselves are quite light in armor though, so the Frenzied Plague Monks can probably do some good damage here, as they are taking they're taking damage for sure. Archaon though has jumped into combat and threatened to slay the Plague Priest, a massive target begging to be hit by the Slayer of Kings. Forsakens piling onto the flanks, and the Sensor Bearers are going to have a rough time being beaten up by those Frenzied infantry damage dealers. And yeah, even the Poison Wing Globadiers have been compromised by the flanking Chaos Warhounds with poison, as the Skaven frontline just crumbles to the spawns of Siege. Squelch is trying his best to fight back with the help of his Plague Priest on the Plague Furnace, and also the Plague is a very strong AoE damage spell, it's just wrecking these Forsaken, but at this point the Skavens are on a pretty obvious disadvantage. A lot of their units are faltering to the sheer amount of brute force of Chaos Spawn Rush, and another Burning Head, this time going down the line against these Summit Clan Rats and this lopped up Plague Monk Sensor Bearers, and oh, this is just devastating damage overall. The Poison Wing Globes have been compromised. There are some regrouped Plague Monks on the far side, but they are going to struggle to return to the fight and contribute since they are so tattered. Forsaken also having the armor to mitigate some of their non-armor piercing damage, so yeah, they are just not having a good fight overall. It's going to be a massive Rod of Corruption hitting everything around Lost Grove, and doing some pretty nice damage against Archaon and even the non-single entry units, really. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's good against non-single entities. What am I saying? Yeah, Rod of Corruption. Yeah, good against units, and Liberal Chronicus good against specific single entities, good against characters. So yeah, Rod of Corruption covering a large amount of the Chaos troops, but unfortunately Lost Grove is still alone against a ton of strong, powerful forces. I saw it in your replays. Yeah. I got the replay actually. I just yeah. No, I don't have the. Oh, somebody sent in the Wood Elf replay, maybe. Actually, anyways, yeah. Forsaken continues to push, and I think it is safe to conclude that this is the end of the game, as Archaon was beating up this poor Plague Priest with the Slayer of Kings. We probably activated it earlier because we saw the Plague Priest took some huge chunks of damage, and only Slayer of Kings have that kind of damage burst on Archaon. And yeah, Lost Grove is still fighting strong, but at this point he can't just carry the game himself. Rusto definitely plays some devastating Burning Heads in this game, and the Skavens struggled against this melee rush build. Archaon getting some very solid kills and solid damage value overall, while the Skavens, unfortunately, they are not really a melee faction. A very cool Pestilence themed build though. We don't really see that many Plague Monks on the battlefield usually. We don't even see Plague Monks usually in general. Okay, no, I don't think I have the yeah, I don't think I have the Wood Elf versus Khorne replay. Let me just quickly drop the replay back in from the downloaded files. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, autosave. Everyone has autosave, so it's not your replay, unfortunately. Okay, 3 more replays, which is good. Yeah. Skaven of Joyboy versus Norska of Sipa. And here we are at the double mammoth build. Or are we doing triple mammoth? Okay, I don't think you can bring triple mammoth. So Sipa is still going Wolfrake on a horseback, I think. Anyways, the Skavens are going for a rather meta build, actually. Bunch of Skavens lay spears, Skaven Clan Rats with spears, Clan Rat with spears, a King Zap Zap, a couple Poison Wing Globes, and 2 Ashen Triads. Nice aggressive spears that can do good damage if they get into a fight, but yeah, they are more like a damage dealing unit. to charge into enemy units than sitting there to eat the charge. But since they are just so fragile, 72 unit models only, light mass, and very little HP and light armor, so they can't really take a charge. They're good at doing damage with their own charge, but yeah. Anyways, the rest of the army, red ogres, 2 of them in fact, and then 2 chieftains on their red ogres holding a kick claw. And on the other side of the battlefield, once again, just a straight line of Norscan troops. A ton of marauders trying to rush as fast as possible, while the War Mammoth, one of them, the Soul Crusher, is also just going to try to rush in combat and just plow through the Skaven lines. Actually, War Mammoths is unironically good in this matchup, in my opinion. I don't actually play this matchup much, and if I do go Familiars, but I think they can be pretty good in this matchup simply because they can just run straight through the Skaven infantry. Skavens have little to stop them. Even Red Ogres can struggle in this kind of situation against such a massive target. So yeah, War Mammoths can push through and just start shutting down those Skaven missile assets. And on the flanks we have some Beasts of Tashnar, Ice Wolves, and 2 more Ice Wolves on the outer side. Wolfric actually not on horseback, just on foot, just going in with his boat, and that's about it. There is indeed the Miststalkers, Familiar Warriors with anti-infantry bonus and also well stock. So the Skavens can't actually spot them. A nice burning head onto some of the clan rats, but Joy Boy managed to dodge them in a very timely manner, and actually saving one of the clan rats from being burned. Oh, never mind. The burning head is still going, burning a 3rd unit. Actually, absolutely roasting this entire unit. I swear, burning head is actually target seeking because they just curve towards areas with units. Anyways, Ice Wolves are piling onto the back line, trying to shut down enemy, trying to pin down enemy with well, a few pieces of tactical. They're getting charged by the pit fighters and absolutely got smacked in the fight. Though the Ashen Triads here are now driving back the Norscan Ice Wolves. As I said, the War Mammoths are in the backline now, just pushing straight through the terrified Skaven infantry and now shutting down these poisoning globes, who doesn't really have a lot of good targets other than the Marauders, really. And the War Mammoths are unstoppable, rampaging through the lines of the Skaven. Now they can go after the Teeth Breakers at the back there, and the Ashen Triads are struggling to contain the situation. One of the chieftains straight up got broken down. Holy shit. What the fuck killed it? Although the Soul Crusher on the other side have taken a ton of damage under the double attacks. Oh, under the Ashen Triads? Under the Ashen Triads who did minor damage. But yeah, the Chieftain and Kick Claw, I believe, probably did most of the work here. Also, don't forget that Ikki Steps Out and the Teeth Breakers have been targeting the Soul Crusher earlier, so yeah, they took a bunch of damage. Red Ogres, Pit Fighters of Hellsteep are Hellsteep, fighting a bunch of Marauders, while the War Mammoth here not targeted by the Teeth Breakers, and the Ikki Steps Out are now able to get onto the missile back line. Ashen Triads will try to do damage, but yeah, on the far side, their Soul Crusher has been pushed back. Wolfric is still supporting the Marauders here, getting a good trade against the Pit Fighters, while it's been a really fast-paced game. Only 2 minutes in, and everything is routed on everywhere. And we might have to rewatch this replay, actually. It's too much of a fast-paced game. The Skaven box crumbled a little too fast, and I can't really catch everything. And missing out a lot of key moments, like how the Soul Crusher got nuked. So yeah, we'll be rewatching this a bit, and oh my god, the War Mammoth just pushing through a bunch of Ashen Triads, and the collision attack just did a ton of damage, killing off half the unit. And while the Familiar Bale Fiends is not having exactly the best time fighting against the Chieftain, so not great for him. But yeah, overall the Norskins are definitely getting the upper hand here, with one of the War Mammoth still being so healthy. Brass Orb trying to target the Marauders, but the Marauders managed to spot it and move out of the way. And yeah, it is pretty much just cleanup action now, as the Skavens, the Chieftain is now surrounded, but Ice Wolf slowly being munched down by surrounded units. And Ikit is alone against Wolfric and the War Mammoth, and yeah, it's a rough fight from there. yeah, we will have to quickly jump back into the fight again, and uh, we'll check the performances later, simply because yeah, and we miss out so much stuff in the fast pace. But yeah, let me know if there are any audio issues or anything, because I am going, like, compared to normal, I'm going like my more gentle in my volume, so yeah, don't want to be too loud and disturb my housemates and all that after all. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, the Soul Crusher. I don't know if they remember to activate. Oh no, they didn't activate. Okay, now they did activate Enrage, providing that 40% damage resistance. But even then, Teeth Breakers and AK Zap might just be too much. What the fuck are you aiming at, AK Zap? Just entirely missing the damn Soul Crusher. But yeah, even then, it's just too much damage coming in. Especially Teeth Breakers have been constantly firing. But a very nicely executed rush from Sipa there, sending those Norscan Ice Wolves to occupy some of these Red Ogres all over the front. But and at the same time, the Marauders and the Muse are all just rushing forward with the help of the Burning Head, breaking through the first layer of Skaven defenses super quick and getting on top of the Skaven backline, which doesn't have much to protect them. Cleansing Ruin. Oh, okay, so Chieftain and Chief Breakers and also the Executor has just been accumulating damage on the Soul Crusher, and also the Overcast Cleansing Ruin doing a lot of very nice damage as well, which led to the Soul Crusher router off the way. And yeah, I still forgot to catch up on this Chieftain though, so I think I'm not gonna. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna jump in a third time on the replay. Did the War Mammoth just smack the Chieftain? It did. It did. How peculiar. Yeah, the War Mammoth just smacked the Chieftain. This is crazy. The Chieftain isn't bad in terms of melee at all, but War Mammoth's just doing too much damage, man. Too much damage. This is quite insane, I would say. Alright, Mammoth strong. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see how... I'll just see how the Corn Mammoth, I'll just see how the Mammoth killed the Chieftain. Okay, we're jumping in a third time, guys. But yeah, this is an extremely fast game, lasting for like roughly 3 minutes. Like, the battle was mostly over by the 2.5 minute mark. Okay, so how did the fucking Mammoth kill the Chief? We need to check that. We need to check. Mammoth OP nerf Mammoths. They did buff the Mammoths recently. I mean, in 2-3 patches ago. It's the only, like, I love how they have been dropping constant patches, but the only problem is that they have been dropping so many patches, I can't actually watch older replays, and like, because sometimes even without adjusting the stats, the replays still brick. Oh yeah, it's the Mammoth just smacking the poor Chieftain. Chieftain constantly getting staggered. Also, Chieftain doesn't have as much HP as the War Mammoth. And yeah, the Mammoth just keeps smacking the Chieftain. The Chieftain can't just couldn't stand against it. I know, straight up terrified away by the War Mammoth. And even after terrified away, the Chieftain just not getting out of the melee range, melee distance from the War Mammoth fast enough. It's just got keep getting pushed there and keep getting smacked. Oh, the Chieftain tried, but he's just taking so much damage from the Mammoth. Mammoth strong. Mammoth strong. Oh no. Mammoth's too strong. Oh. And yeah, the Chieftain just kept getting staggered and pushed back by the War Mammoth while taking damage in the process. Yeah, the poor Chieftain, man. The poor Chieftain. Ah. Poor Chieftain. But yeah, GG to both players in this game. We are just gonna fast forward till the end. Mammoth stream. We need Mammoth fights. Yeah. Chieftain on Bone Reaper probably just has so big of a model that it eats up all that tank. It might have been the case there. There's not enough splash spread around the nearby units, and yeah. One of the Chieftain did fine, helping out AK to snipe out one of the Mammoths, which is the Soul Crusher. But the other Mammoth that soloed the Bone Reaper and the Chieftain on top, ooh, got some pretty solid damage overall. It kit did fine. The Ashen Triads unfortunately underperforms as always, and Ikisasa and Teethbreaker is not doing a whole lot of damage overall. Warframe did fine. It's pretty much the Mammoth carrying the green. Oh, actually the Mist Doctor is doing some really solid work as well. And yeah, that is it for this battle. Mostly, oh, the Burning Hands were key too, breaking apart those Skaven frontline early, forcing them to rout when they, in the first few seconds of the actual battle. Allowing the Mammoth, the Marauders, and the Familiars to just get inside that Skaven box. Next up, Vampire Coast versus Lizardmen. Let's jump right in then. Oh, actually, this is a very kitey feeling of the Vampire Coast build. Bomber bats, carronades, 4 hand cannons, 3 handguns, 2 zombie powered deck and mobs of halberds, 1 single Bloody Reaver deck guard, 3 units of animated hulks guarding the back line, providing some mass and slightly faster unit, and it is pretty much just hand cannons guarding the outline, just lining up the outside of the vampire box. 1 Shade Wave Gunners as well, providing some nice anti-infantry long-range firepower. Alastra Diaphin leading the army with a lot of spells. Tide Calls, Spiteful Shot for additional missile damage, as in accuracy and magic attacks, and go. Damn Knight's Errant Summon, and yeah, on the other side, oh yeah, also as I said before, 3 Bomber Bats. On the other side, a bunch of Skink Skirmishers, a line of Skink Cohort, some Salamander Hunting Packs, interesting pick here, and Skink Cohorts with Javies, Feral Coat ones, Skink Oracle ready to snipe out some crabs, but unfortunately no crabs are in sight. Leading the army, Oxyota, okay, that is the meme choice here, for sure. But yeah, right as the battle begins, the Salamander Hunting Packs got light up hard by all those Shade Wave Gunners, and just getting absolutely demolished from afar. Some of the Salamanders are able to get into shooting range and now shooting back at the zombie pirate hand cannon mobs, while the rest of the skinks are rushing into melee combat. Some of these hand cannons aren't firing, so not doing any damage, and are now taking damage in melee. But here comes the bomber bats, now trying to do some nice anti-infantry damage. The Umbro Titan are now lighting up the deck droppers, because they are a bat plus a man. They are actually counted as a large model, so they are taking that anti-large bonus damage from all these Salamander hunting packs. Unfortunately, the Skink Oracle didn't get any good targets to shoot at other than Salastra Diaphin, who does have physical resistance, so a lot of that damage potential has been wasted, while the Damp Knights Errant are pushing forward, being summoned right in the middle of the Lizardman formation and go straight after it at the Umbro Tide. The Feral Coat ones are forced to respond to try and pin down his mobility, but now they're moving on to the next Salamander Hunting Pack, while the Shade Wave Gunners are unopposed in their long-range firepower. Just no Lizardmen were able to get close enough to threaten them, and anything that gets close enough are either like just spending time to cut through the deck, the hand cannon mobs, or just getting lit up and annihilated entirely by the hand cannons. I think this is probably this basically concludes the match really, as the Lizardmen are have more than enough long-range firepower to kill off these Umbro Tide from afar before they can even threaten the rest of the Lizardman army. America build be like, pretty much, it's just a ton of Daka when you think about it. And yeah, a ton of gunpowder, ton of shooting, and a little bit of bombs, but you know, you need a little bit of that black powder. No, not black powder. You need a bit of that TNT occasionally, a dynamite occasionally, but yeah. Anyways, some of the Salamander Hunting Packs try to regroup, but yeah, as soon as they get close enough, they're just gonna get shot by the Shade Wave Gunners, unable to do much, while the Skink Skirmishers are trying to skirmish down the hand cannons. Eureka and Cafe are still S tier. I haven't seen them in a while, and I haven't played them in a while, but I do think they're still a very strong faction, simply because box builds are just strong in general. But are they S tier? Probably low S tier to strong A tier, somewhere around that side. they received a lot of nerfs to their boxes, and there are a lot of reliable builds to kill them. I've got a bunch of success with using Corn. I used to love using Ogre Kingdoms against them, but yeah, Ogre Kingdoms no longer the strongest faction. It's been a dozen patches away from Ogre Kingdoms being the strongest faction. So yeah, they're a very. I've seen people bricking cafe boxes more reliably now, so I don't think they're as strong as before, but they're still a very solid, reliable faction to play as. I do think. But yeah. Unfortunately, the Lizardman build was having Oxyalto was definitely a meme. Yeah, the Shade Wraith Gun is carrying the game alongside some of those handguns, shooting up anything that gets close enough, including the Skink Oracle Relay, I think. But yeah. And before the last battle, I'm just gonna quickly hit up the tab and grab some more water, and I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll go back into a who let the dogs out kind of battle here with Corn versus Wood Elves. Give me a second, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, final battle of the night. Who let the dogs out? From Scarbran versus Rider of Rohan. That's a lot of dogs. 4 corn dogs, 4 more warhounds, a couple furies, 4 marauders, and a single Karanak, and Scarbran as well. Scarbran and his best friend, a hellhound. Now on the Wood Elves, they are going for a pretty melee heavy pretty elite, pretty tall build here. Oh no, this is not going to end well. There's too many dogs for these Glade Gods to protect themselves from. Anyways, 3 Glade Gods with Hackbane tips, 3 units of War Dances, Aristocrat Spears, one of them the Loex Trickster Regiment of Renowned version that has a little bit more of an ability of Loex Shroud. I don't think that's actually worth it. You're paying more for better stats, which is great and all, but Loex Shroud, who needs a Stalking Spears really? You don't really have to use them. Anyways, Glade Lord will be leading the army. This is the melee one, so they do have the Helm of Discord. On the other side, we've been through the Corn build, so let's just get the build going. Karnak does have his collar, Prey of the Blood God, to pin down enemy characters. I do allow using that as Corn, since Corn would be nice to have like a little bit of a control ability and against enemy characters and whatnot. But right now, yeah, Murders of Corn are moving in, and Glade Gods are having trouble to decide what targets they should be shooting at. And the Murders of Corn will have a good time trading against... Oh, the Wild Hunters of Kurnos are here as well. But yeah, I don't think anything would have a good time trading against a ton of these Corn infantry here. The Aristocrat Spears are anti-large, and they are just... They are not good at dealing with aggressive infantry with their light armor. Zolts might have a good time charging in, but oh boy, these Glade Gods are just getting absolutely destroyed by the Furies piling on top of them. Murders are also pushing in, driving back the Hackbane Tips, forcing them to retreat, while the Hackbane Tips over here keeps firing at Scarborough and trying to whittle down his HP, but Scarborough and turning on that Rage Embodied, forcing everything to engage in melees around him, including the Wild Hunters of Kurnos, who might not necessarily want to be in this fight here. Either ways, Loex Trickster are taking more and more damage from the dogs and the Murder Horsemen, and more dogs are just flooding in. As I said before, going for such a tall build means that you don't have much to protect your backline assets, protect the missiles, and there's just too many openings for the Hounds to exploit and just completely surround and overwhelm the enemy archers. So yeah, there goes the Wild Hunters. The Wild Hunters are also being swarmed by just a ton of dogs, really. Their light armor means that whenever anything charges onto them, they will just take a ton of damage and dies. War Dancers are being slowly attrition down, and Zolts are unable to use their... I don't think Zolts are able to use their bound abilities if they're silenced. A very nice breath attack from the dragon though, the Glade Lord, able to nuke the HP of these Murders of Corn. Karnak, because Karnak is around, the Glade Lord has been silenced, I think. Yeah. You can't use his abilities. Oh, this is where the silence comes in a little bit too OP. I think even with the silence, players should still be able to use items and abilities. They can't use spells and they can't use bound spells, but I think abilities and items should probably still be able to activate, because such a wide area, it just makes it kind of unfair. But yeah, I guess, or they can just shrink the AO, the range of the ability. That works as well, but yeah. I feel like silence being an encompassing ban on abilities might be a bit much. Yeah, anyways, a little bit of Earthblood to heal the Loex Trickster and the Glade Lord here, but Glade Lord is just receiving an absolutely an absolute beating from Scarborough. And yeah, he's just gonna go down, while the rest of the dogs are just swarming all those Wood Elf archers. Not much can be done. Wood Elf, more dogs is just hunting. Yeah, Karnak just doing what he does best, hunting down the spellcaster. Yeah, that's pretty much army losses. The remaining two units of Zolts can't carry the game on its own, and that shall be GG. Yeah. A build that swarms. It would be more interactive if Karnak's contact effect did the silence and aura had the vigor increase effect. That might be good actually. Contact effect makes it more reasonable than an AoE silence. But an AoE silence might be necessary for Karnak, for Khorne to deal with enemy blob builds, like a Nurgle healing blob. That would be pretty much impossible for a regular Khorne build to fight. But if there is Karanak in the fray, denying Nurgle from the healing and ability cast, that would have been much more feasible for Khorne to handle a healing blob build. And also, like, just preventing enemy from exploiting Khorne's weakness with the relatively annoying to fight healing blobs. Yeah, contact effect is kind of useless. Not only Jet Lion, but also the Golden Knight. The Golden Knight Nariska? Aliska? Golden Knight I forgot. Nalushka? Kids loves Golden Knight out, let's put it that way. But yeah, Zolts did put up a pretty good fight. They are actually a very solid pick into Khorne, simply because they just beat up every single Khorne monster and provide healing and oh, Golden Knight has it as an AoE, and her net is the contact effect. Oh, okay. But yeah, I feel like a constant AoE passive might be a bit too much. An active AoE silence might be more reasonable, I think. Anyways, yeah. Unfortunately, the Wood Elves are just not able to stand up against such a numerous Khorne swarming build. The Khorne just basically flanked around and swarm everything on the Wood Elf position, and not much can be done by the Wood Elves. Arbrand beating up the Blade Lord, and Karanak hunting down the caster, silencing the Wood Elf abilities as well, preventing some key ability casts like the Helm of Discord. Yeah, that's it for today's battles. I hope you all enjoy the tournament. Apologies for not stating about the meme intention of the tournament more clearly this time. I swear, I promise I'm gonna word my tournaments a bit better for future tournaments. And yeah, that's it for now. Congratulations to Sipa for winning the faction wars once again, and I hope you all enjoyed this multiplayer battles and all the either whether you're playing it or watching it. And yeah, it's good to be back again casting tournaments after a week-long break. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Tactical Lich signing out.